array of activities throughout the whole year. So everyone should go on the Griffith Observatory website, check out what's happening that day. There are monthly opportunities to come up at night and view the heavens through telescopes. You can get your eye through the major observatory telescope. It's an amazing opportunity throughout the whole year, not just today.
Happy birthday, dear observatory. Happy birthday to you.
The diversity of faiths and religious beliefs in LA is not just a fact, it's a feature to be celebrated and welcomed in civic life. LA's Civil Rights Department hosted the city's 10th annual Religious Pluralism Day.
We are here in City Hall commemorating the 10 years of the Day of Religious Pluralism to honor, to acknowledge the beautiful tapestry of our faith communities, more so to reaffirm the sacredness that exists in all of humanity, because that's what our city is about.
Pluralism is a recognition that there are different religions. We have to go beyond just a mere recognition that, yes, there are different religions. We have to go towards that genuine feeling of warm-heartedness towards each other, a genuine feeling of community, that we are all seekers of the sacred, manifesting something higher in our lives.
Faith leaders do work together, and there's really the best example of what it means to be building bridges, serving the community at a greater expanse. But to do this today, it just should have flow outward and outward. It's a ripple effect. When you drop the little stone, where those ripples go. So starting here and then out the doors of City Hall into our communities.
City Council declarations, for example, are not just something done in a vacuum and then forgotten about. For 10 years now, we've tried to live this declaration to show the city of Los Angeles we're all different pieces of mosaic, and we put together, pluralistically, we make a beautiful image.
It takes effort to reach across, to try to understand each other more deeply, and to create space for each other, and making sure that we truly are paying attention and listening so that we're lifting each other up.
Unfortunately, there are parts, not just here in the U.S., but different parts of the world where we see religion as a source of violence and sectarianism, when in fact religion is a source of love. And that's why this is really important.
Manhattan Place Elementary School unveiled a new outdoor literacy corner. We know that reading is always a good idea, but just in case the kids don't know that yet, the school drafted a Dodger star to help them catch the reading habit.
Today we are celebrating our partnership with the LA Dodgers and the Will and Kara Smith Foundation. We are unveiling our outdoor literacy corner. This provides for students with multiple opportunities to develop their love for literacy and a love for reading. And it also shows the students that reading is fun, and that reading doesn't only take place inside the classroom, but reading actually can take place outdoors.
Are you guys ready to read a book? Yeah! All right, so we're gonna read The Bernstein Bears Go Out for the Tea.
Today is really special because we're partnering with Manhattan Place Elementary, and they are actually the second school this year that we're doing a literacy corner renovation. When we were in the World Series, we launched our first literacy corner as part of our MLB World Series Legacy Initiative. And we did so in partnership with our catcher, Will Smith, and his wife, Kara, and their foundation, Catching Hope. So all four organizations came together, and we committed to doing 3 unveilings during the 2025 season, and this is the second of 3.
She called for the ball, had second, and declared him out. He made a big fuss, but she pointed out that those were the rules.
I hope they get to just enjoy this moment. You know, with me and the Dodgers here, it's a fun day. You know, they're all super excited. I love hearing the excitement they have. So hopefully when they, you know, come here each and every day they're at school in the literacy corner, they'll remember this day and remember, you know, the impacts that we had and how we just wanted them to enjoy reading. And, you know, hopefully this makes the space a little bit more enjoyable for them.
Books are a gateway to knowledge and the world around us, and having this literacy corner outdoor provides our students with the opportunity to continue developing the love of reading and gaining multiple experiences through books. And it's also a great way to let our students know, like, we have people in the community that love and care for your success. And that's why we partner with people like Will Smith and his foundation, just to show our students, like, you matter, we see you, we hear you, and you are important.
Will, go!
LA Memorial Coliseum and SoFi Stadium in Inglewood will serve as the official venues for the opening and closing ceremonies of the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. LA Mayor Karen Bass made the announcement, along with Councilmember Curran Price and Olympic and Paralympic athletes. The Coliseum was first host to the Olympics in 1932, again in 1984, and in 2028 it will become the first venue in history to host the Olympic Games for a third time. The stadium in Inglewood will host the Paralympic opening ceremony and will share the Olympic opening ceremony with the LA Coliseum, creating a dual venue celebration. For more information, visit mayor.lacity.gov/press. Angelenos celebrating with metallic balloons should keep them secure and prevent them from floating into power lines, according to the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP. The utility said that recently metallic balloons hitting equipment had caused 5 outages in 1 week, leaving nearly 3,000 customers without power. California law requires all metallic balloons to be anchored with a weight to prevent them from going into power lines. In addition, the LADWP advises that metallic balloons should never be released outdoors and always be deflated before discarding. Angelenos should report any incidents of metallic balloons and power lines contact by calling 1-800-DIAL-DWP. For more information, visit ladwpnews.com. Mayor Karen Bass and the Economic and Workforce Development Department invite business owners to attend the 2025 Procure LA Summit. The summit will highlight working with the city's Big Three, the LA Department of Water and Power, Los Angeles World Airports, and the Port of Los Angeles. Attendees will gain insight into accessing capital and procurement opportunities for upcoming major events like the World Cup, the Super Bowl, and the 2028 Olympic Games. According to Procure LA, the summit will include networking with over 30 government agencies and prime vendors, training workshops, and on-site support from its team. The 2025 Procure LA Summit, working with the Big Three, takes place on Thursday, May 29th, beginning at 8 a.m. For more information, visit procurela.com.
Whether sworn or civilian, Asian American representation has grown in the ranks of LA's police department. At a recent cultural celebration, the department gathered to celebrate all that makes Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month a special occasion.
I'm here and honored and thrilled again to come back to MC the LAPD AANHPI celebration. As we know, we're in Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Month, and this is just a wonderful event that the LAPD hosts each and every year.
Along with LEAP, that's short for Law Enforcement Association of Asian American Pacific, we have the Korean American Law Enforcement Organization. We're co-hosting this event.
We have brought Filipino Americans, the Chinese American, Korean Americans, Japanese American, Thai. We've also brought in a lot of food because I think that's how you best connect people. So we have Chinese food, Korean food, and some Filipino food as well. So everybody can enjoy a little bit. We did put together about 5 or 6 different performances. K-pop and Chinese music is very popular. So we also have performance by a Chinese group today.
The Asian community. We've grown in population in the city of Los Angeles. So we really wanted to celebrate and highlight all the people, the forefathers before us that brought us here. And we just want to celebrate with the community.
And as you can see, it's a big production, and we are very happy to have the support of the community as well as the employees of LAPD and the City of Los Angeles.
AANHPI month, we talk a lot about amplifying our voices, right? Making sure that our voices are shared, making sure that our culture is represented not only accurately, but beautifully, like an event like this.
And I want to say, as I look around, how it makes me feel as an Angelino and as an Asian American Angelino to grow up and see so many faces that look like mine now in law enforcement. This LAPD truly represents the city of Los Angeles, and I want to thank you all for being a part of that, and I want to thank you all for celebrating this amazing month with all of us. Thank you, everybody.
Pushing back against all forms of hate was just one aspect of a recent LA civil rights event, rooted in resilience. Community and city leaders gathered to discuss the journey from discrimination to civil rights justice, including how to access resources along the way.
We are here in the historic Little Tokyo Museum, discussing all things about Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The name of the event is Rooted in Resilience. We have a diverse lineup of speakers from the community, from the city of Los Angeles, discussing what makes Asian American communities so unique and why our voices matter.
It's important for LA Civil Rights to step up and to say, we see you. And when we have an opportunity to celebrate a community, we are all in. And for the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander community, we are here. We celebrate you. We lift you.
LA City has a rare tool that only a handful of cities across the country really have. We're able to access civil rights justice at a local level. I hope we really start to understand how discrimination affects us. And I think that's why it's important that we go out and talk to folks in the community, and there's an opportunity today and for our city department to get real, tangible results for communities.
One of the topics of tonight's discussion is how our Asian American community partners and stands in solidarity with other diverse communities, whether during COVID, when there were attacks against our community, especially our seniors and women, but also we stand in solidarity with the Jewish American, the African American, all communities where we push back against all forms of hate.
We love and celebrate the beautiful mosaic of Los Angeles, and we're here to have conversation with you about how we can build a Los Angeles for all.
I think the most important thing right now for people to learn about the LA Civil Rights Commission is that we are able to take complaints online, telephone, in person, and the wonderful thing about our online resource is that it is available in over 80 languages, and if you call by telephone and we have someone answering who does not speak your language, we will find someone so that you can get the language access that you need.
We need to share these resources. If people don't know these resources exist, they won't access them.
The city of LA designated historic Filipino town in 2002, and 22 years later, Baryo Hi-Fi came on the scene. This community block party brings the crowds out for food vendors, music performances, and family fun in the heart of historic Filipino town.
Today we are here in historic Filipino town celebrating Baryo Hi-Fi, which is an incredible celebration of different nonprofits, foods, and community leaders coming together to celebrate the Philippine culture. As we know, Filipinos outside of the Philippines call Los Angeles their home at very large numbers. And so especially in District 13, we want to uplift them, celebrate them, and be with them side by side in anything they do, including this amazing festival. So we're going to have a great time, eat some food, and maybe sing some karaoke.
Baryo Hi-Fi is a grassroots community-led festival made by Filipino Americans. This is our second annual festival. We expanded it 2 extra big blocks. So we have 20 food vendors this year. Compared to last year, we had 10. So every year, I feel like it's expanding, it's growing.
This festival is great. I mean, there's a lot of vendors. The vibes are great. Being Filipino, there's a great sense of community here. Makes me proud to be Filipino.
I grew up in the Philippines, and so I've missed my country very much. And it feels like home. Being here feels like home. It's the closest to home that I've felt.
You know, the Filipino community is so welcoming and filled with fun and love, and putting together an event like this with so many people and so many amazing Filipino businesses is really special to us, and we feel really, you know, honored and grateful to be able to host something like this in historic Filipino town.
Come and visit Baryo Hi-Fi. You can experience great food, experience merch, everything that you miss about Philippines, you can experience here.
This festival is completely different because we highlight Filipino-American creatives, and we're just trying to showcase and bring a lot of light and a lot of energy to that, because usually Filipinos are always in the backgrounds of every moment. So Los Angeles, California is our dear home now, and we want to bring a lot of traffic to the historic Filipino town. We want to bring awareness to the Filipino-American culture, and you know, it's welcome to everybody. It's not just Filipinos. We want to welcome all of our POC members. Everyone's welcome. Just come with a good vibe.
We go from cultural celebrations past to an upcoming one. The third annual June Jubilee at Downtown Central Library will be a community celebration of Black excellence. And we got a sneak preview of all that's coming up.
June Jubilee is an annual celebration of Black excellence here at the library. We offer a wide range of activities and entertainment. It is family friendly, so there will be plenty of workshops for the children. There will be bracelet making, crown making, just a lot of fun arts and craft that will kind of capture their interest. We will have cultural entertainment and things that are fundamental in the Black community. That includes urban line dancing, which is kind of a staple in the Black community. There will be double dutching, which I'm sorry, my fellow community, I don't know how to. There will be cooking classes and classes that are just informative about food. We will have a choir. There will also be hip hop and R&B bingo, which I'm very excited about this year. It will include a lot of other genres like funk and disco. We will have a libation and drum circle, which is very wonderful because you'll be able to get your blessing. So one of the wonderful things about this year's libation and drum ceremony is we will have a poem by Laureate Lynn Thompson that she made specifically for this year's June Jubilee. It is important that the library puts on events like this that celebrate different ethnicities because, one, we are the Central Library. We are a hub of various ethnicities. We want everyone to feel included. We want everyone to feel welcomed. That is one of our big mottos coming into the library, that everyone is welcome. So it's very important that, especially in the city of Los Angeles, that everyone is able to come in and not feel left out and not feel unseen. This festival, yes, celebrates the Black community, but in part of celebrating the Black community, we are so welcoming to everyone. We want everyone to learn about us. We want everyone to see how we celebrate, to see how we love, to see how we dance and sing. So please don't be hesitant about coming out. So the June Jubilee Festival will be happening here at Central Library in Los Angeles on 5th and Flower. It will happen June 14th, which is a Saturday at 9:30. It is free. It is completely free. You can find additional information on our lapl.org/June Jubilee website, or you can visit any of our social media platforms.
In this week's feature story, the city of Los Angeles is the only city in the U.S., so far, to celebrate Hapa Day. It's a day that affirms life's rich tapestry and uplifts those who don't fit neatly into one particular box.
I'm so honored to recognize once again Hapa Day in the city of Los Angeles.
This is the third annual Hapa Day. It's a proclamation celebrating people of mixed heritage, particularly mixed Asian heritage.
Hapa is a Hawaiian word for part. That sentiment, the idea of being part something and part something else, has spread beyond the islands of Hawaii. This term really resonates with so many of us.
Today's presentation is so incredibly meaningful because it uplifts those who don't really fit neatly into one box. It affirms that there is beauty in complexity and strength in multiplicity.
People came from many different walks of life, and Hapa, we stand for unity and embracing everyone.
It's a complicated time in America to be a person of mixed race heritage. This is a sign that we reject that premise, that diversity is something to be feared. Diversity is American.
Congratulations to today's honoree, DJ Hapa.
I stand on the shoulders of those who have come before me, especially the previous generations who fought to pioneer Hapa Day in Los Angeles. And thank you to the city of LA for being at the forefront of honoring our Hapa heritage. Can we make some noise for the city of LA? This is the first and only city right now that recognizes Hapa Day. This is designed to be inclusive. The DJ rig is designed to be inclusive. We've got a source on side A and a source on side B. So we could have a Kendrick Lamar song on side A, and we could have an Earth, Wind, and Fire song on side B, right? We can make that happen through this. The first thing and the second thing are beautiful on their own, but also beautiful is the third thing that can come from the mixture of both of those.
DJ Hapa, we have a City of Los Angeles recognition for you.
Hapa told me about this event. There was no way in HELL that I was going to miss this.
Here we go. Hey! All right, DJ Raman.
I just think that my parents' generation, but not my parents, oh no, you have to keep it pure. If you are Irish, you marry Irish. If you're whatever, you don't leave your tribe. But excuse me, we are in America. I think people came here for a reason. They didn't want to be kept in whatever box they were born into.
It wasn't until 1967 the Supreme Court had a case, I think it was Loving versus Virginia, and that is what changed all of that from a legal perspective when it came to the states of allowing interracial marriage. And that's so crazy.
The world and the powers that be tell two sets of people you shouldn't be able to get together. We're going to make laws so you can't get together. Not only do you get together, you make up a tribe and create a whole movement behind it. And so that's the spirit of resistance that is so Los Angeles and so Hapa. So thank you for that, and a big round of applause to everybody who's a part of the Hapa movement.
Thank you.
In this week's Things to Do, sign up to help shine up parts of LA. We go to a one-stop shop for youth resources and enjoy a zero-waste open house at LA Sanitation. All this up next on Things to Do.
In honor of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Mayor Karen Bass and city leaders invite you to Shine LA, AAPI Day of Service, taking place on Saturday, May 31st. Angelinos from across the city will engage in community service activities with family, friends, and neighbors. Volunteers will pick up trash, plant trees, remove graffiti, and more. Join city leaders and departments to beautify neighborhoods from San Pedro to the San Fernando Valley. Head to the website for a full list of locations for Shine LA, AAPI Day of Service on Saturday, May 31st, beginning at 9 a.m. To find out more, visit mayor.lacity.gov/ShineLA. On Saturday, May 31st, LA City's Youth Development Department hosts its Youth Expo. Now in its third year, the Expo is a one-stop shop resource fair for youth ages 14 to 26 and their families. The event will feature on-site job hiring, career and workforce development workshops, mental health services, as well as community engagement and leadership opportunities. Enjoy free lunch, a workplace fashion show, an arts and culture activity zone, and giveaways. Join the City of LA's Youth Development Department and over 90 exhibitors at Los Angeles Trade Tech College. Youth Expo 2025 takes place on Saturday, May 31st from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information, visit ydd.lacity.gov. Get ready for LA City Sanitation and Environment Open House Series of 2025. On Saturday, May 31st, head to the North Central District Yard to experience a zero-waste event like no other. This open house showcases LA Sanitation's curbside collection and recycling programs. Learn more about how to reduce waste, and of course, you get to check out the sanitation trucks. They'll be on display, and you can check out how they operate. Toot your own horn about recycling at LA San Open House, happening on Saturday, May 31st, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information, visit sanitation.lacity.gov. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Susan Huckle, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Life is... What does it take to move a mountain that no one wants to climb? When they tell you there's no answer, how do you change the heart and mind? Can you face the road to freedom when the past is in your way? In the darkness of the night, the future may be hard to find, but I believe that there's a day. All it takes is one good day. All we need is one good day. And I will find one good day. 'Cause all it takes is one good day.
right, good morning and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of your Los Angeles City Council. Today is the 23rd day of May in the year 2025. Public comment for this morning's meeting will be taken in person in this John Ferraro Council chamber. Let's begin our proceedings by calling the roll.
Yes, sir. Blumenfield, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Hirado, Lee, McCosker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 10 members present and quorum, Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of May 22nd, 2025.
Councilmember Park moves, Councilmember Blumenfield seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Kosker moves, Councilmember Hutt seconds. Let's run through the agenda.
Yes, sir. Items 1 through 15 are items which public hearings have been held. For item 4, the committee report has been submitted and available online under Council File 25-0411. Item 5 should be held on the desk until the committee report has been submitted. Item number 9, recommendation 2A, the amount of the new appropriation account in the Bureau of Sanitation is $450,000 instead of $200,000. For item number 11, recommendations 2A and B, the amount of the new appropriation account and transfer amount for the Los Angeles Fire Department is $350,000 instead of $52,000. Items 16 through 29 are items which public hearings have not been held, and for 10 votes are required for consideration, sir.
All right, without objection, those items are before us. Specials, members? Specials, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Item 14 for a separate vote.
All right, Councilmember Hutt.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to request that items 6 through 12 be referred to the Budget and Finance Committee. And colleagues, these are not adverse fundings, but the projects really need to be seen in Budget and Finance. Should we have the opportunity to review these projects funded by general fund prior to council consideration? My office has spoken with the Budget Chair's office, and we'd be happy to schedule the items in a timely manner. Thank you.
Is there a second to Councilmember Hutt's motion to refer? Thank you.
Councilmember McCosker.
I have a special guest, special caller today. Senator Kevin Murray will call my item special.
Oh, boy.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, item 5 special.
Item 5 special.
No. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Senator Murray, to Council Chambers. Item 5, called special by Councilmember McCosker. All right, any others? Mr. Price? Checked it twice. All right. Madam Clerk, what items are available to vote on?
Mr. President, Council may now vote on items 1 through 4 and 13 and 15, sir.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
And for the record, item 13 is held over to Friday, May 30th, 2025, unless reconsidered with 12 members present. And the next would be motion Hutt Harris Dawson to refer items 6 through 12 to Budget and Finance Committee.
All right, let's open the roll on that item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
$11 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next would be item 14, and that was called special by Councilmember Rodriguez for a separate vote.
All right, let's open the roll on 14, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
8 ayes, 3 noes.
Mr. President, there is a request to send item 14 forthwith, please.
Without objection, that'll be the order.
What is left would be Either council may go into public comment or have presentations, sir.
All right, we'll do presentations at this time. And we will begin our presentations with a set of folks that we're very, very proud of, the Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon, led by Councilmember Rodriguez of the 7th District.
Thank you. Perfect. Oops, got it. Good morning, colleagues. I am delighted to have with me today, in celebration of a just incredible accomplishment, the Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon Champions. Today's list of presentations are really phenomenal because not only do we have these stellar academics with us here today in council chambers, but of course our esteemed members of the most decorated military in the world. And it's wonderful to have everyone here today celebrating these special presentations. And it's with great pride that I recognize the members of the Verdugo Hills Academic Decathlon, because these group of young scholars have accomplished the extraordinary. When you consider during COVID how they had to compete in an online manner and actually made their mark back then, but continued to persevere and made it to the national championship to earn this well-celebrated recognition. I know this is something that Mr. Lee often likes. I think it's what both Bob and Bob, because you have, is it Birmingham? El Camino. So it's usually a fight in the San Fernando Valley, where I think we've got the brightest scholars that we're all competing and jockeying for first place, but this time it's in my hood. So I'm very excited that we have these incredible scholars together here celebrating to be recognized today. So the Academic Decathlon team from Verdugo Hills High School has made incredible history, for the first time ever earning the title of LA Unified School District's Academic Decathlon Regional Championships, going on to win the Super Quiz Championship and on to represent at the California Academic Decathlon State Finals. At the state level, they placed 5th in Division I, were named State Median School Champions, and qualified for the U.S. Academic Decathlon Nationals. And this is a first in the school's history. This incredible accomplishment, actually, I'm going to give everybody a moment, sergeants. I'm going to give everybody a moment so we can hear each other. Thank you. This is an incredible first and an incredible accomplishment. Every student, teacher, faculty member at Verdugo Hills is proud, but of course, a proud community as well. This achievement shows what's possible when students are supported by strong academic leaders, dedicated educators, and programs that help them grow and succeed. And like any great team, there's always someone helping to lead the way. And it is my honor to introduce the team's captain, Irene Avenasian, who has been leading her team to these wonderful, incredible accomplishments. So Irene, it's all yours. Thank
you. My teammates and my coach actually call me Captain Air, and that's kind of a main point of this speech I'm about to make. At the beginning of the year, after 4 years of being in this program, finally taking the pilot's seat, I made it my mission that we would make our name and finally take home the district trophy. And I told everyone that Verdugo world domination is imminent. While that might seem a little dramatic, I mean, we did compete at the regional level, the state level, and the national level. We really exceeded my expectations, and we blew everyone out of the water. It was really amazing to see that all of this work that we had put in, the thousands of hours we had slaved over our resource guides, reading the material, taking these quizzes. It shows how much we have grown throughout the year, how much we care about this, and just the pursuit of excellence and learning and curiosity that is in each and every single one of us. I will be naming my teammates one by one because I believe they each deserve recognition. Starting with my varsity teammates, we have Miles Ketchum. This is his first year in the program. He's a freshman and he excelled and really came through for us at the national competition. We have veteran Bowie Perez, who has just been an amazing light to have on the team, and another first-timer, Gianni Fuentes, who just, oh my goodness, he really took the reins at nationals and proved that he is one of the best varsity scorers we have ever seen. With Scholastic, we have Mr. Freshman, Anthony Marini, who has just been a wonderful person to join the team doing pentathlon at Mount Gleason. We have Charlize Dial. This is her first year on the official team, and she just, again, exceeded expectations, put in so much work and effort, coming in on Saturdays, doing all of this work to move from the JV team to the varsity team. And then we have the literal and figurative giant of academic decathlon, Harrison Barrett, who has been my motivator and a person who has helped me grow, and has just been one of the highest scoring people on our team. And we have one of my best friends in the whole world, Stephanie Gutierrez, who has been this supportive figure and helped make honors who it is, bringing that comedic fun to the team. And then we have my little sister from another mister, Miss Lilith Khachatrayan, our next captain, who has, again, excelled and just been an amazing person. And I don't know. And finally, my coach, who I've known for 4 years. It is also his last year coaching, so it's bittersweet. It is our last hurrah. We're ending with a bang, but we could have not done this without you, Mr. Silva, and I hope that you mean the most to all of us here. Yes, please, round of applause. You have helped put Verdugo on the map, and none of this would have been possible without you. So yeah, coming in during April, preparing for the national competition, emerging as national champions despite some turbulence at the competition. We really soared to new horizons, and I'm incredibly proud of this team, and thank you so much for honoring us. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Irene. And now on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, and I want to thank Mr. Silva for his dedicated leadership and support to this academic team. You've had a remarkable 30-year career with LA Unified School District, and we know how difficult that job is, helping to nurture and navigating amongst a lot of difficult budget situations of your own at the district. I'm really thankful for individuals like yourself that show up every day to help nurture the next generation of change makers in not only our communities but across the country. And as someone who has continued to advocate for support and resources for young people to be able to be nurtured in the most productive way, because it's really easy to support young people and help them once they're already in trouble. It's about the early intervention and support that we can help you achieve your greatest academic and future and maximize your potential. And you all have really shown and demonstrated what this support can do. You have accomplished something that is so remarkable and brought such tremendous pride, not just to our neck of the woods, but to LA Unified. Because so often we're not recognized for the incredible academic prowess that our students possess. So I want to thank you and congratulate you for your incredible accomplishment. It's really been phenomenal to watch your success. And colleagues, barring Mr. Harris-Dawson, barring any, okay.
Of course. Councilmember Lee.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for bringing them in. You're right. Many years it's back and forth between Granada Hills High School and El Camino. I know when I visit the academic decathlon team at Granada Hills, I know how hard they work. I know the hours that they put in. And also, congratulations not only to the students, but to the parents as well, because they couldn't do it without their support. These kids are not only going to school, not only doing their homework, but spending hours trying to prepare for this. And so
I just want to say congratulations to you, and we'll fight for the Valley next year. But congratulations for that.
Let's just keep it in the Valley altogether,
There you
right?
go.
We're just going to keep it in the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, we gotta. The Valley's definitely leading the way on the academic decathlons. Councilmember Padilla.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for bringing this great team forward. I actually, funny story, met your parent center director in the community recently and actually was bragging about how some of her Verdugo students were going to be coming to council. And immediately I was like, oh, that must be Monica's next presentation. So it's very nice to see you guys, very nice to meet you guys. You know, I'm just happy that an East Valley school beat the West Valley schools. So that's the internal kind of competitiveness.
That's the new throwdown.
Yeah, exactly. I remember being really, really proud of San Fernando High the year that they took it, right? Taking it away from Granada Hills and from Birmingham. That was a good year too. So congratulations. You know, I know that making it into higher education and whatever college you guys probably have your heart's desired on, it's not as easy as it used to be. But I think being champs of something like this, you know, it's kind of like what my high school mentors used to tell me. You get into the school that you want if you strike your balance between your mind, your body, and your soul, right? They want that perfect student. So for your body, make sure you are engaged in the sports, right? And part of the fabric of that at your campus. Your soul are things like these clubs, right? These clubs that show that you have a personality, that you have great friends, and that you're doing more than just getting the straight A's and taking the honors and AP classes. They want to see that you know how to socialize amongst the realm of your genius. So keep it up, congratulations, and welcome to your City Hall.
Thank you so much, council members, and thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, and thank you to the Decathlon team and to the San Fernando Valley, who's holding up the standard for LA. Eventually, one of our schools on the other side is going to help you out and get in there and compete for one of these. But congratulations to you, and thank you again, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Well, good luck to everyone else, because we intend to keep fighting for this in the San Fernando Valley. I want to congratulate Mr. Silva on a 30-year career at LA Unified. What a pinnacle of success to conclude your tenure as a dedicated instructor for LA Unified all these years. Congratulations to you. And of course, congratulations to Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon team.
And we'll go in the back.
All right, our next presentation will be brought to us by the leader of the 1-5, our own Councilmember Tim McCosker.
I have fans everywhere. The leader of the 1-1 is going to join me too.
Thank you, Commissioners. Madam President. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's everyone squeeze in.
All right, Mr. McCosker.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, members. I have the distinct privilege as the representative of the Harbor and the councilman of the 1-5 to welcome back Fleet Week to the Port of Los Angeles. Let's hear it for our 8th annual Fleet Week. Yes. It's an honor for Councilmember Park and I to stand here today with the service members from the U.S. Navy's 3rd Fleet, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you for your service and for joining us here in the city of Los Angeles. Fleet Week is really more than a celebration. It is quite a celebration, but it's more than that. It serves as a reminder of the extremely important work that our sea service members do every day to keep our nation and our seas safe and secure. As the representative of the Port of Los Angeles, it is so critically important to know that goods can flow freely around the globe and support these hundreds of thousands of jobs that the port and indirectly our sea service women and men support. LA Fleet Week allows Angelenos to say thank you, to build real connections with the women and men who serve, and to learn firsthand about what their role is in protecting our nation and protecting our waterways. As the home of America's port, our Navy protects 40% of all the goods that travel across the ocean and come in to this country. 40% of all the goods that come into this country come through the San Pedro Bay complex. When these ships are out in the middle of the sea, they must be protected, and our sea service does that. These women and men make sure that we have a global economy that works for this region and this country. As a personal story, I've told it a couple of times, my grandpa grew up in San Pedro, and he remembered as a little kid the stories of the Great White Fleet coming into San Pedro Bay. And that sparked his imagination. And he grew up to become a sailor himself and to serve in the Pacific Theater, and was very proud of his service and conveyed that to all of us. It skipped me, but it made it to my nephews. This time last year, I think I told you about my nephew who was a commander on the USS Mason, and he was in the Red Sea. He's back safely, thank God. And this weekend, so I could be home for Fleet Week, I'm actually missing the graduation of his little brother, who's at Annapolis, and he's graduating and heading to Pensacola to flight school on Tuesday. So it runs deep in the McCosker family. But Fleet Week, just as it did for my grandpa, gives our young people an opportunity to see what sea services are all about and what it would look like to be in the Navy, to be in the Marines, to be in the Coast Guard, or to be a Merchant Marine, by the way. After our record-breaking Fleet Week attendance last year with over 100,000 visitors, we're expecting even more this year. And we want to beat those numbers in San Pedro, in Wilmington, in Harbor City, and across our region. We want to make sure that everybody participates in Fleet Week. It's a fantastic family fun outing. There are musical performances from the Navy, the Marines, and so much more. Ship tours, live demonstrations, and there's the Galley Wars. There's a food contest, a cooking contest between all of our service agencies, and we're throwing in the Port Police and LAFD this year. And yours truly, sure, they picked the fat guy. Yours truly is going to be a judge of the Galley Wars. Thank you for being here today. We're so happy to have all of you in council chambers. I can't wait to celebrate with you on the waterfront. But I want to also make sure you know that these celebrations are happening all across the region, including in the Great 11, the Better 11. And I want to invite the Chair of Trade, Travel, and Tourism, Tracy Park, to come forward and speak about her experiences with Fleet Week.
Thank you, Councilmember McCosker. And I will just tell you, Fleet Week last year down in San Pedro is absolutely one of the most fun times I have had anywhere in LA in years. I really want to open with a heartfelt thank you for everyone this morning in uniform. Your commitment and service to our nation do not go unnoticed. We are immeasurably grateful for your sacrifices and your dedication. Councilmember McCosker, as your coastal neighbor, I am really excited and I'm standing here with a lot of pride. In part, I love Fleet Week because of the opportunity it presents not only to thank our active duty military, but also as chair of Trade, Travel, and Tourism, events like Fleet Week present opportunities to actually showcase our city. I mean, really. Live entertainment, military demos, ship tours, and more all hosted Fleet Week, which is, by the way, Southern California's largest Memorial Day event. CD11 just couldn't be left out of the fun. So for the third year in a row, we are proud to be a part of the celebration with our own Fleet Week community celebration in Westchester at Westchester Park to celebrate the Navy's 250th anniversary. So tomorrow at Westchester Park from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we will be out at Westchester Park with our friends from the military planting trees and flowers. We'll be doing a flag-raising ceremony, engaging with our seniors. and really making a day of it. Also want to thank Urban Forestry and Rec and Parks for bringing the day together. And so thank you again to all who have served in our country, and to Councilmember McCosker for bringing our friends at Fleet Week in.
Thank you, Councilmember. Let's hear it for Councilmember Park. And before we introduce some special guests, we have a special performance from the Navy Band. I bring to you one of the best bands in the land, the Navy Band.
Yes.
Let's hear it for them. Our budget table made it kind of tight for them, but these are military dudes. They figured it out.
Just logistical experts.
City Council, distinguished guests. It is a great honor to be here on behalf of Navy Region Southwest for Fleet Week 2025. We are one of several units with Navy Band Southwest coming up from San Diego, and our goal is to break down the fourth wall and come into your community. We're here at the City Hall. We're going to Santa Monica Pier, high schools, the Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles. We're really doing everything we can to bring your Navy to the people of LA, and it is such a thrill to do just that. We're going to continue with one more tune, and happy Fleet Week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, U.S. Navy Band, Southwest. Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful presentation. I want to introduce some special guests. I want to call some out, and then we're going to have a few speeches. But first, I want to make sure all the Navy folks know that one of your bosses back in D.C. is here, and that is Congresswoman Maxine Waters for another presentation. So grateful to have you here. We are also privileged to have retired Congresswoman, the president of our Harbor Commission, Lucille Roybal-Allard, is here. And Harbor Commissioner Yolanda De La Torre. And Jean Soroka, Executive Director of the Port of Los Angeles. And Carol Park, our General Manager of LA Emergency Management. Jonathan Williams, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Battleship Iowa Museum, the National Museum of the Surface Navy, and President of LA Fleet Week Foundation. Yes. A lot of titles. I'm going to have Rear Admiral Brad Rosen, Commander of the Navy, Region Southwest, speak in a minute, but let's first just greet Rear Admiral Brad Rosen. And he has a number of officers and folks with him. I want to call out particularly CDR Rob Poitinger, Commanding Officer, USCG Base, Los Angeles, Long Beach. And CDR Zach Franklin, Executive Officer, NTAG Pacific. Command Master Chief Rob Beachy. Command Master Chief Jerry Haller, U.S. Navy 3rd Fleet. And Lieutenant C.J. Sparks. Thank you all for being here. We also have, Fleet Week is really cool because it gives us a chance to show what the city of LA can do, what the Port of LA can do, how we can show off this beautiful port. And we have two parts of our worlds sort of colliding and aligning together. We have a visitor from Croatia who was coming out to take a look at our sites for the Croatia House for the Olympic events in 2028. And it just happened to be on Fleet Week, and so he gets to see a great show. I want to welcome to our chambers Ranko Setkovic, Marketing Director of the Croatia National Olympic Committee. Ranko and his wife are here from Croatia, scouting for LA 28 and getting ready for that Croatia House and probably sailing on our side of the port. With that, I want to bring to the podium General Manager Carol Park.
Good morning. On the cusp of this Memorial Day weekend, I want to thank the City Council for allowing us the opportunity today to celebrate the past sacrifices of our service members and uplift the efforts they continue today and in the future. Each year, in conjunction with Fleet Week, city departments alongside our public and non-governmental organization and also private sector partners are afforded this wonderful opportunity to collaborate on how military and civilian authorities can support us during times of disaster. This is quite a unique opportunity that offers face-to-face collaboration, a better understanding of available resources, and ways in which we can identify solutions before an emergency. Over the past years, we have planned and exercised for some of the most potential catastrophic scenarios our city could face, from clearing routes after a major earthquake to providing food and hydration to nearly 4 million Angelenos. We know it will take collaboration at every level of government and sector of the community to meet the needs. As the threat landscape continues to evolve, so must our preparedness. This year, alongside 125 government, military, and private agencies, we discussed these evolving threats related to cyber attacks, readiness for the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games, and building partnerships to strengthen our operational readiness. These discussions then evolved into action. On yesterday, city, county, state, federal, and military agencies practice interoperable communication strategies should the consequences of a cyber attack make normal channels unavailable. Our collaboration does not stop once Fleet Week is concluded. The discussions and preparations will continue to include a tabletop exercise and additional planning efforts in the months ahead, while always keeping an eye on what could be the next disaster and critical need for defense support. In conclusion, I would like to thank Mayor Karen Bass, Councilmember Tim McCosker of the Great City 15, Jean Soroka, Executive Director of Port of Los Angeles, Chief Tom Gazy, Port Police, Jonathan Williams of the Pacific Battleship Center and USS Iowa, volunteers and board members, LA Fleet Week leadership, the U.S. Navy 3rd Fleet, U.S. Navy Region Southwest, and many other military partners for your participation in our 2025 Senior Leadership Seminar. On behalf of the city's Emergency Management Department, happy 250th birthday to the Navy, Army, Marine Corps, and Merchant Marines. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Next up, the birthday boy himself, 250 years, Rear Admiral Brad Rosen.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember McCosker. It's truly wonderful to be back here in Los Angeles. This is my 4th time at LA Fleet Week, and every time I leave this great city, I truly am awestruck by the outpouring of love and support that we get from all Angelenos. On behalf of the sea services participating in LA Fleet Week, I'd like to express my sincere thanks for allowing us to connect with your residents and showcase the immense pride that we have in supporting the defense of our great nation. As Councilmember McCosker mentioned, this year is extra special to us as we celebrate our 250th birthday. We salute all of our sailors, Marines, past and present, who work tirelessly to promote peace, stability, and prosperity around the globe. The Navy's relationship with the city of Los Angeles goes all the way back to 1908, when the Great White Fleet arrived in this port, and Councilmember McCosker, grandfather, stood on the pier and welcomed those sailors into the city. Within the next decade, Los Angeles became home to the Pacific Battle Fleet and such great battleships, many of which were damaged in Pearl Harbor, to include the Arizona, Oklahoma, Nevada, West Virginia, and California. All these decades later, America is still a maritime nation, and Los Angeles, with the busiest port in the Western Hemisphere, is still a maritime city. The security and uninhibited operation of your port is vital to the economy of not only this great city and state, but also our nation. We take tremendous pride in ensuring that the sea lanes remain secure, open, and free. While our ships remain pierside in your port this week, we are here to connect and share with you. As mentioned previously, last year we had over 100,000 visitors come to San Pedro to get on the aircraft carrier Carl Vinson. This year we've brought the dock landing ship Harper's Ferry, the guided missile destroyer Carl Levin, and the Coast Guard cutter Eagle to the citizens of Los Angeles. We have over 1,000 sailors, Marine, and Coast Guard personnel here who are participating in events across this great city and engaging with all of you. While we're here, our primary mission is to have a positive impact on your community. And this week has already been meaningful, and I know the next 4 days are going to be great.
Councilmember Park, I look forward to tomorrow's great event, neighborhood engagement. And I just once again like to thank everyone for welcoming us here today and being such tremendous hosts for your Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard team. Thank you.
Thank you, Rear Admiral. Next up, the Executive Director of America's Port, the only port in the West Coast of the Americas that could host such an event. That is Gene Soroka.
Thanks, Councilmember McCosker. Council President Harris Dawson, honorable council members, Congresswoman Waters, good morning. It truly is a privilege to welcome in the 7th Fleet Week. And to my friend, Rear Admiral Rosen, you've attended now more than half of the Fleet Weeks that we've brought in. I think we got to check the bylaws, but I think that qualifies you for a lifetime pass. Welcome back. And again, celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States Navy, Marine Corps, Army, and our Merchant Marine, it's so fitting that where the water meets Los Angeles, we get to celebrate this 7th Fleet Week. A little bit closer to home, this weekend, starting this afternoon in the Grove at Councilmember Yaroslavsky's district, and then again Sunday at the Los Angeles Farmers Market, we'll have more Fleet Week events. Tomorrow at the Westchester Rec Center in Councilwoman Park's district, we'll have another celebration. And then Sunday in Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez's district, we will have a celebration at Brant Park. So thank you to the council members for welcoming our servicemen and women, the Port of Los Angeles, and our Council District 1-5 to your areas. And Ronko, thank you very much for being here this week. Ronko Cekovic, who is doing the groundwork for the Croatian Olympic Committee, we thank you for all your support of Los Angeles. Have a great weekend and enjoy Fleet Week, everyone.
Thank you, Gene. And the guy who makes it all happen, the incomparable Jonathan Williams.
Yes. I got a boo. I tell my son when you get a boo, that's on the basketball court, that's actually jealousy, so you play harder. So, good morning. Thank you, Council, for allowing us to come to Council today to talk about LA Fleet Week. It's LA's Fleet Week. I like to say that's why we put LA first. It's a community's Fleet Week, and we have an opportunity to go throughout the entire region and connect with the residents of LA. Tim's grandfather was on those docks for the Great White Fleet. My grandfather came in on the USS Tennessee in 1938. 39 ended up settling right here in LA, was a lifetime LADWB employee, and is actually what encouraged me to go after the Iowa and put it right there in San Pedro. So we have an opportunity to connect America and Angelenos with our sea services and see something we haven't seen in 20 years. I'm going to give them a plug. Bark Eagle comes from New London, Connecticut. Take this chance to see it down at the Port of LA and see this amazing square-masted ship. And so as you go about the weekend, go out and see our sea services, see our Marines. The Marine Band is out and about. Don't forget the Marine Band, giving them a plug too. And see them out and about in your communities. Celebrate LA Fleet Week, and I'm gonna make a challenge to LA, all of LA. This weekend's New York Fleet Week too. And as we go on the world stage, we need to show the world that we're on the world stage, and I'm challenging New York. Let's get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, and show how LA beats them on social media. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you to everyone who's come out today. If you want to know more about Fleet Week, go to lafleetweek.com, lafleetweek.com. It has all of the events. For example, tonight we will be at the Banning Museum, welcoming all these women and men to Wilmington. And there's so many different events. Please come on out, enjoy, and let's beat New York and make sure that we show that only we know how to do Fleet Week. I have, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles and our entire council, a resolution, Fleet Week 2025, thanking you for being here, welcoming you again. Happy birthday on 250 years, and we look forward to many, many, many more great Fleet Weeks. Thank you, Rear Admiral.
Thank you, Councilmember McCosker.
And we have some members on the queue as well. So I would like to start with Councilwoman Hutt, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to thank Councilmember Park and Councilmember McCosker for reminding us of how great our ports are and for celebrating Fleet Week. I think it's really important that we take our families there, enjoy our community, and really see what is happening at sea. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you, Councilmember McCosker and Park. First of all, Jonathan, challenge accepted. We're going to make sure, we don't want to just beat New York on baseball. We want to beat them in all fronts. So I think this is, that's an admirable challenge. But I want to thank you all for your incredible service, but giving us an opportunity to celebrate you in every part of the city. And Jonathan, I'm proud that for the second year, we're going to be hosting Fleet Week in the San Fernando Valley at Brand Park. And I want to thank, of course, America's Port Director, Gene Soroka, for all of his incredible support as well. But just very excited, as the daughter of a Marine, to have the Marine Corps Band, it brought such pride in our community. We have so many military servicemen and women in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. And it's, in fact, it's in the San Fernando Valley where we have the only Veterans Day parade each and every year. That is, I think, is it the only one, Bob, in the San Fernando,
It's the only one in the city of Los Angeles.
In
yes.
the city of Los Angeles, and it's home in my district. It was conceived and brought to life. And so when I tell you how much it means to have you all come to the Northeast San Fernando Valley to celebrate Fleet Week, it's an understatement. It is with such tremendous pride that our community comes out, and we had a remarkable crowd. But again, there's nothing like the, well, I don't want to say nothing like the Marine Corps Band, no offense, but there really is nothing like the Marine Corps Band. They are phenomenal. But all of you, you do such a remarkable job in the activations and making people remember the incredible work you do that we don't often see. Thank you so much for your service to our country. And again, looking forward to seeing many of you on Sunday in Mission Hills at Brand Park. We'll see everybody, where everyone's invited, 11 to 3 at Brand Park in Mission Hills. I believe one of the most beautiful parks in the city of Los Angeles, and we look forward to hosting you all there.
Thank you. And go Fleet Week, and I'm going to turn it back to you, Mr. McCosker, to close.
Thank you again. One last point of personal privilege. I want to thank Goran Kosekovic again for being here today. And I also want to point out that we have Peter Hasnavac, who's a chair of our committee, who is bringing Croatia House to Los Angeles. Thank you, Peter, for your hard work. And one of his board members, Agi Bezmalinovic, is here with him. Thank you to everyone. Appreciate you. And go Navy.
Go Navy. All right. Thank you so much. We have another wonderful presentation. Our council president is going to take the lead on this one for Dr. Griffith Kendron, Community Health. So I ask folks to transition quickly and quietly. We can get the next group up. Yes. And we have an announcement as well.
Thank you, Mr. President. And for the record, the committee report for item number 5 has been submitted, posted on the bulletin board, and is now online under Council File 25-0520. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. Mr. Harris-Dawson, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair and members of the council today and the folks in the gallery. I am very, very proud, pleased, and excited to recognize an amazing career of service in community and mental health. 43-year service of Dr. John Griffith of Kedron Community Health Center. Let's give him a big round of applause. Dr. Griffith started doing mental health work in South Los Angeles in the early 1980s, was one of the persons who led in the building of the Kedron Community Center, the Mental Health Center, the Community Health Centers, the campuses that now span South LA, and I think they're at least in 2 congressional districts. They have spaces, and we have members that represented them, represented those facilities in the United States Congress. The Kedron mental health system is absolutely an essential institution in South Los Angeles, from very young people to seniors to folks who need help. Kedron is always there with their facilities in my district, in the 9th district, some spaces in the 10th district, as well as the 15th district that Mr. McCosker and I have visited together. I want to point out a very important thing about Dr. Griffith because of the time that we're living in now. Dr. Griffith is an immigrant to the United States of America. So when they show pictures of people who are immigrants, remember Dr. Griffith, remember lots of people that do work to hold up our community. And I will tell you, as a person who's lived in South LA, this community absolutely does not survive without the contribution of Dr. Griffith, from building the Kedron facilities across different campuses, to making sure and being part of the team to make sure Kedron became a federally qualified health facility, to building a relationship with UCLA Medical School and Charles Drew so that we could have young physicians working, young healthcare professionals working in our community on behalf of our people. Dr. Griffith has just absolutely led the way, and we're happy to be a part of this celebration today. We've got a lot of speakers, Mr. Chair, so I want to begin with our colleague in the 9th District, the new 9th, Councilmember Curran Price, for a few words.
Thank you, Council President Dawson. Thank you for honoring our real hero, Dr. Griffith, and his legacy here today. Dr. Griffith, you truly embody the spirit of being a living angel, and we really appreciate you. You're compassionate and you're relentless when it comes to helping folks who don't know where to turn. As CEO of Kedron Health, your leadership gave hope to our communities during an unprecedented time in history, during the pandemic. Anybody remember that, the pandemic? 5 years ago, Kedron spearheaded the establishment of the first walk-up COVID testing site in partnership with the city of LA. And Dr. Kedron, remember how the lines were going around the block. Folks were lining up to receive service. Again, Kedron was everywhere, at our parks, our churches, facilities, public housing, and even in my district office. But together, we orchestrated pop-up clinics and mobile units across the district to ensure that every individual had access and protection against the deadly virus. You did God's work, Doctor, by leading a massive humanitarian effort to keep the District 9 and South LA community safe. And despite being recognized certainly for COVID-19 efforts, Kedron has been a steady rock in our community for over 60 years. Dr. Griffith, your approach to healthcare has fostered a vision of improving lives and empowering individuals on their journey to recovery. In late 2023, my office partnered with Kedron to host a mental health summit. And again, that summit aimed to increase awareness on the struggles faced by millions of folks every day. Today, Kedron also is at the front and center of addressing other major issues, including housing, food insecurity, employment, education, and various other aspects towards wellness. Doctor, I feel lucky to have witnessed your work firsthand, and to call you a true champion of our communities and an inspiring friend. So today we celebrate not just your incredible career, but a legacy of kindness and excellence. And you have built as a healthcare hero all these years, and we respect you. So again, Mr. President, let me just join you in thanking Dr. Griffith for his extraordinary service. Let's provide him another round of applause for him being an extraordinary healer, but he's also, as you know, a gourmet cook. And we know he collects fine framed tapestries, I'll call them. So he is really a Renaissance man. But Doctor, we appreciate you, we love you. Congratulations, continued success.
All right, thank you so much, Councilmember Price. A host of the community's mental health and health leaders have shown up to support Dr. Griffith today. We have an ambassador in the house, but you know you're a really, really, really big deal in our community when a legend shows up to celebrate you. And today we have in our house, the People's House here in the city of Los Angeles, our own local legend, Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Let's please welcome her to give us a few words.
Thank you so very much for that very kind introduction. Mr. President, I am so pleased that you identified a very special human being, a person in our community who has given so much time and service to make sure that we have mental health services at Kedron, someone who has been with Kedron for 43 years, starting with Dr. Jones in his home, and then it was about 1972 that we cut the ribbon for Kedron where it is now. That tells you how old we are. That's all right. I am so pleased and proud that this psychologist decided to give of himself in the way that he has done. I want you to know that Kedron is very special in our community. Not only does it serve the geographical area that is defined, but it services many of our residents all over this city. I want you to know that when we were faced with how we were going to deliver all of the services for COVID, there was a lineup around Kedron, people coming from everywhere to get the services of Kedron, and they performed. Many of us elected officials, Mr. Curran Price, the councilman there, we all got services at Kedron dealing with COVID. And so it's not only the 3,000 or so individuals who get mental health services there, but they have primary doctors there who give primary health care. So it's very important. He has served as CEO and in any number of capacities, and now he is retired. But I want you to know that I learned, and maybe I'm not supposed to tell it, but everybody knows I can't keep my mouth shut, that new village for children that we recently opened up is going to be not only a place where our children, very young, can get services. There'll be training there for everybody dealing with pediatrics and psychology and psychiatrists even. And so I'm very pleased that I heard through the grapevine that it will be named after John Griffith, Dr. John Griffith. And so, Mr. President and members of the City Council, I thank you for honoring him here today. I thank you for recognizing the services that he's provided, but I thank you for understanding that they've been there through thick and thin. I just got in from Washington last night after being awake for 2 days trying to get to the budget and trying to convince the opposite side of the aisle not to vote for a budget that would cut Medicaid, Medicare, and deny the services that we depend on. There is $850 billion cut over the 10-year period of that budget. And so we're going to have to support Kedron in every way that we can. But for the city of LA, I'm worried about the CDBG money. I'm worried about the home money. I'm worried about all of that. But we're not intimidated so that we're not going to fight. We're going to fight as hard as we can for the services for Kedron and for the city of LA and for housing and the homelessness and for HUD and all of that. But right now, today, thank you for focusing on health care, important health care for the children, for the families in our community. Thank you for honoring the services of Dr. John Griffith. It is so important that he understands that we appreciate all that he has done. And even though he's retired, we're still going to call on him when we need him and when we have an emergency, because that's who I've called on for years. No matter who is the CEO, no matter what, I call him in the middle of the night. I get people over there, and I want you to know, I want to tell you, this Kedron has served some of the people in the Hollywood community who found themselves in difficult. I know because I have to get them there. So thank you so very much for honoring this most important human being.
Thank you. One more time for Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Dr. Griffith is a storied mental health professional, but had the vision years and years ago, decades ago, that Kedron would be a holistic healthcare center, a healthcare center where you could get treatment for your physical health, your mental health, and also help you deal with the social conditions that you were facing that, in fact, many times impact the health of our community. And part of that process was creating a formal partnership with the Charles Drew School of Medicine. And today we have the Dean of the College of Medicine here, Dr. Prothero Stith, to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Griffith.
Good morning, President, Council Price, Congresswoman. It's such an honor to be here. I want to just say that Dr. John Griffith has been not only a stalwart in the community, but for the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, where we have a new medical school. He has been the visionary, he has been the partner, he has been the hard worker. So Kedron has not only been the beneficiary of his vision, hard work, executive talent, but also CDU has been the beneficiary. And this partnership between Kedron and CDU is one that will continue to be service to South Los Angeles and beyond, improving the health and the community generally. So this honor that you give today, this recognition that the City Council gives today is well-deserved. And I would only add, we too are going to continue to call upon you. So retirement means nothing when it comes to our partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to join in the course about retirement, Dr. Griffith. Not only are people going to call you, but I want everybody to know up here that Dr. Griffith still calls the council and says, we need this for Kedron and we need that for Kedron. And I keep saying, I thought you were not working for Kedron anymore. But in fact, he's still busy on behalf of the organization. I want to bring to the podium now the leader of the Kedron Board, Health Care Board, Anita Martinez, to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Griffith.
Hello, one and all. On behalf of the board members of Kedron Health Center, I want to thank the board for this special recognition of Dr. Griffith. We appreciate all that Dr. Griffith has done for our community, both near and far. Dr. Griffith, thank you for 40 years of dedicated service. Thank you.
And now we get to hear from the man himself, the mental health professional extraordinaire, great pillar of the community of South LA and a friend to so many of us and a friend to me and my family over the years. We want to, again, thank you for all you have done and welcome to this podium the absolute best dressed man in mental health in all of America, the one and only Dr. John Griffith.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your kind words. I would just like to say that we've done a lot, and there's still a lot more to do. And one of the things that I'm still involved with is the Children's Village. Yes. The Children's Village, that's a vision that I've had for several years. After working on the front line at Kedron and seeing children and their families, particularly children who've been taken away and placed into foster care. One of the things that was so difficult to bear was to see a child being moved from one foster home to another, some children having moved 6 or 7 times, and no one was paying any attention to the separation anxiety that children were experiencing. So the Children's Village, what's going to happen there is that all the persons who are involved with a child, be it law enforcement, probation, Department of Children and Family Services, we would have offices there for everybody who's working with the child. So those kinds of needs that are unmet at the moment would not be there when the Children's Village is open. It's going to be run on an integrated care basis, and the child or adolescent would be the central focus of the treatment team, and they would work together rather than working in different areas. And by that I mean DCFS may come in and they're looking at one set of things, and somebody else would come in from probation, and the child gets left out. The decisions are made, and some of those decisions are often harmful. So we're hoping that the Children's Village would serve that integrated care process to the benefits of the community. Thank you very much for honoring me today. I really appreciate this. I've known the president for a very long time, and I'm very happy to be here and to receive your honor. Thank you very much. Okay.
Dr. Griffith, and Mr. President, if there are no speakers on the queue.
We have some speakers.
All right.
So before we do that, why don't we move to our speakers, starting with Councilwoman Hutt, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. President, Councilmember Price, and thank you, Congresswoman Waters, for really bringing somebody who has served our community in such a big way. I know for me, I was in that line at Kedron to get the COVID vaccine because you are a trusted resource in the community. And I just want to thank you for that. I know that that's your legacy, being a trusted healthcare resource in our community, and we know it'll continue on. Call CD 8 and 9. They'll be there for you. Don't you worry. And we thank you for your service.
Thank you. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, council members Harris, Dawson, and Price for this wonderful presentation. Dr. Griffith, congratulations on a well-earned retirement, but I suspect, as everyone has indicated, they're not going to let you go far. And, you know, when you think about how many of our communities of color in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, the fact that we have such acute need to eliminate the fear of talking about mental health issues. It's really remarkable with such a long tenure that you have been that beacon of support for so many families in South Los Angeles, and I want to thank you for being that trusted resource, because we rely so heavily on our community clinics to be able to provide that when you know, the systems, the larger healthcare systems inadequately address the needs of our communities and make people feel that they're accessible, that they're supported, because they're built by and serving the members of the communities that look like us. And so I want to thank you for being that support. And I want to, of course, thank Congresswoman Waters. It's always wonderful to see you. We know she's an example of you don't stop the fight. Yeah, the fight just keeps going with age, and you do a remarkable job, and I want to thank you for being that just incredible stalwart support in Congress. I love seeing all the videos of you. You're pounding down the doors. You're not letting them get away with their nonsense, and it's always so wonderful to see you keep going at it. But I want to thank you all for that incredible history. You know, we have a deep bench in the Northeast San Fernando Valley as well with our community clinics, and it's just, again, we know that after COVID, We have so many more young people that are in desperate need of mental health care services and access to these services. And so the combination of support from the federal level to, bringing it down to the grassroots level has been incredibly important. So I want to thank you all for that really worthy efforts, because you're really making a true difference in our communities. And I just want to celebrate and congratulate you on this incredible 40 years worth of service. And we look forward to another 40 more.
Councilmember McCosker.
I just want to thank you so much for this presentation. Doctor, I just want to say you can also call on the 1-5. We are so grateful to you and to the entire organization for your dedicated service to our beloved community of Watts. We couldn't make it without you, so thank you and God bless you.
Wonderful. And back to you, Mr. Harris Dawson, to close.
Thank you so much, members, and thank you so much, Dr. Griffith. On behalf of the council and the mayor and everybody involved here in the city of Los Angeles, we want to present you with a certificate of recognition and this beautiful bouquet of flowers to go along with your amazing outfit today.
All right, thank you so much. Wonderful presentation. Again, congratulations. Next, we're going to move. Councilmember Soto Martinez has a special presentation. He's going to bring up the Hollywood High boys soccer team. So get ready, guys. And we'll try to make this transition smoothly and quickly. Transitioning from health to soccer. Makes sense. You play soccer, you get in good health. All
Thank
right.
you so much, Council President. Waiting for our folks to get in here. Well, thank you so much for everyone for has come here today from Hollywood High School. I want to thank the coaches, the students, and all the parents who came here today, and folks watching at home, because we are here today to congratulate the Hollywood High boys soccer team on winning the 2025 LA City Section Division II Championship this past March. Please give them a huge round of applause. And I just gotta say, the team pulled off an incredible run to win the championship. So I just wanna set the stage. They had to play in to get into the final tournament. And so they come in as a 14th seed, but in that play-in game, they won 7-0 with an amazing clean sheet. And every single game up until the championship was again clean sheets, winning 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And so they're coming into the championship game as the 14th seed, playing the number 1 seed from San Fernando, the city of San Fernando, Chavez High School, a team they had previously lost to in the regular season. And so Hollywood High is huge underdogs. The first half, they're up 2-1, and Chavez eventually ties the game, forcing the game to penalty kicks. They did 11 rounds of penalty kicks. If you've ever seen a soccer game, you know penalty kicks are just so tense and so emotional. Winning 7-6. That means the goalies blocked, they missed, it was tense, it was emotional, but ultimately, Hollywood High School emerged victorious. Give them a round of applause. But of course, we know winning in sports isn't everything. All these young folks have an amazing academic future ahead of them. But when you win a championship and you win in that way, it shows that there is a level of teamwork, passion, grit, and just a willingness to not give in and to win. And so that, we need to celebrate them. But it's not just a win for Hollywood, which is one part of the district, but the entire District 13 should be very proud of what they do. As far as Chavez, I don't know who claims them here because they're not part of the city of Los Angeles, but they certainly, I guess we can't rub it in anybody's face today. But anyways, so without further ado, I'd like to welcome Hollywood High boys soccer head coach Alan Ledesma to say a few words.
Hey everybody, first of all, I want to give a big thanks to my assistant coach, Rashawn Briggs, and the families played a huge role, especially my family and some of my players' families, long nights, homework, AP exams. It all comes down to family, which is what we were able to build here over a short period of time. I came in 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the season started, and it's a very get-go type of thing with soccer. And I'm just very proud of all the accomplishments the seniors made, freshmen made, and all these other guys made to get to where we are today. I want to keep that momentum, and with the support of our council member, this is a great recognition for our high school and the city itself. And we just hope that we could do this again and again and grow the sports in Hollywood High. It's just the beginning. Sports do play a big part. As an educator, I am an educator at the high school. I was a player. And it just touches my heart to see that these guys get to go through something that I wish I did back when I played. It's just a huge stepping stone for them. And I want to give this exposure to many other incoming students that come my way. And the career I have left at Hollywood is just beginning. And I would love to see this sport continue to grow as it does in many communities, San Fernando Valley, Birmingham, Bell, HP, all these other schools, great programs. It opens so many doors for so many students and families to just come together as a community and just share one common goal, which is the beautiful sport, whether it's soccer, basketball, whatever it is. It just has to keep growing, and I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. And next up, I'd like to introduce assistant coach of Hollywood High, Rashawn Briggs, to say a few words.
Thank you very much for the invitation and this opportunity to address the council. Thank Councilman Hugo for inviting us here. I'll simply say something that comes from the heart and from the memory. What started at 6 a.m. in October, the cold mornings of October, ended on March 1st with these gentlemen behind me, my head coach, Ledesma, the faculty and staff at Hollywood High School, our athletic director, Ms. Carter, our principal, Devlatian, winning this Division II championship for the school and for the community. I can't honestly say and put into words the time it took and the effort that these young men put behind in order to stay scholars. You know, you have to be eligible to keep playing. This season takes about 6 months. It's a 6-month season. We start in October and we end in March if you're lucky. So throughout that time period, these gentlemen behind me had to stay eligible. They had to have their grades, had to be in class. I think sometimes we focus on the accomplishment of winning and not necessarily as much in the effort it takes to keep winning. And so I want to take this moment to acknowledge them as scholar athletes. They took the time and effort to be dedicated to being in class and do what it took to stay on this team. It took each and every person behind us in order to win this championship, and we want to make sure we acknowledge each one of them. Our seniors, the class of 2025, thank you for the time and effort you put in for the past 4 years in order to be at this moment. And I want to thank Coach Ledesma for choosing Hollywood High School. His leadership definitely put us on the right path to be here. So from October to March 1st to now standing in front of you, we thank you for the invitation, and I actually would like to publicly congratulate the gentleman behind me and Hollywood High School on their accomplishment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Ledesma and Briggs. And now please join me in welcoming 11th grade goalkeeper Josue Barrios.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us to participate. I'm grateful for Coach Ledesma and Coach Briggs, we've had 3 coaches for this past 3 years. It's been really difficult because we had an up and down season. We had hard trainings, early mornings, late nights. I'm really proud of my team. We did the most, and we made history for going state. And thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much, Josue. And congratulations. And finally, from the City Council, and congratulate all this really amazing accomplishment for playing the beautiful sport we know is the best sport in the world. And so on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I'd like to present with you this plaque and a football signed by every single council member, and we have certificates for folks in the back.
All right, we have some members on the queue as well. Mr. Soto Martinez, we have some members on the queue. So, Councilwoman Padilla.
I just wanted to, if there's youth in the building, it's a big deal for me. So thank you, Councilmember Soto Martinez, for bringing your awesome athletes, your champs. I know you guys heard what I told the academic Decathlon youth. Dream big. You guys are definitely the future, as cheesy as it sounds. I remember when I was your age, people would say that to me, and I didn't know what to say, but there's nothing further than the truth. So just being athletes, being involved in your school, being dedicated, having discipline, having a voice on your campus, it's already the first steps of leadership. So I wish you guys the best, and I hope all of you guys have it on your to-do list to engage in higher education. Don't forget that you are that generation that gets the 2 years of free community college. If you still haven't really figured out where you want to go, take advantage of it. It took a lot of work from elected officials to make that happen. So I hope you guys, remember that. But again, universities look for students that have a balance of their mind, body, and soul. And you guys as athletes are on it with, the body component. So best of luck and dream big. And I guess we'll see you again, because champs stays champs. Best of luck.
Councilwoman Jurado.
Thank you, Council Chair. I wanted to say congrats on winning Division II. That's nothing to sneeze at. I'm a soccer mom myself. Know how many hours that it takes for y'all to be at this caliber of excellence and how much your families put into it. I know you play at school and you probably play on club as well, and you're traveling and playing in Arizona, 100-degree heat. And so this is the commitment that you all have for the game. And if you're after your June 15 and you're not a sophomore anymore, I know you're on the market to be looking for this. So pump your chest out. Make sure you say it with your chest that you won this so that you can get recruited. Also, I don't know if y'all know this, but you got a baller of a council member, and I think you should make him an honorary member of your team. So congrats, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, and to this team on your accomplishment.
Yes, congrats to the team. Congratulations to all of you. And back to you, Mr. Soto Martinez, to close.
Thank you so much. Let's give it one more round of applause for this amazing team, because football is life. We're gonna take photos in the back.
All right, as they're making their way down, we have another, our final presentation, the Westchester High School boys basketball team. We have council members Park and Hutt will lead us in this final presentation. Going from soccer to basketball.
I'm in a band. No, you guys gotta walk around and come back here.
A lot of young people inspiring us today. It's really nice to see. Decathletes, soccer players, basketball players. Yeah, I mentioned the academic decathletes.
All right, I get to introduce you. Okay.
Los Angeles' future is bright. We have some amazing folks here. All right, Councilwoman Park and Hutt, welcome.
All right,
the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President. Today, I am incredibly proud to be joined by the Westchester High School boys basketball team, the Comets, as we recognize their historic 16th City Division Championship win. We are also joined by the Comets cheerleading team, along with staff, family, and supporters. Thank you all for being here. In Westchester, schools like Cowan Avenue Elementary and Orville Wright Middle have served as a pipeline to Westchester High, producing excellent students and future leaders in every industry. Westchester High School has produced absolute legend. People like Nia Long and Regina King, who attended Westchester High at the same time back in the late 1980s, just a few years before they both starred in the movie Boys in the Hood and went on to be pioneers in show business. Basketball stars like Sam Crawford, Zan Mason, and of course the one and only Trevor Ariza, whose son Taj helped to lead this year's team to yet another city championship. For this team, let me first set the stage. It's Friday night, February 28th, and 2,000 fans have packed the gym at LA Southwest College for the City Division I championship. The stakes, immense. The pressure, unrelenting. The atmosphere, electric. On the court, Westchester High versus Chatsworth. Yes, I am looking at you, Councilmember Lee. Two powerhouses, two proud programs, and in the stands, family, friends, and entire community ready to witness history. And then it happens. The final buzzer sounds as Taj throws down a ferocious dunk, igniting a roar that could be heard from San Pedro to the West Hills. Final score, 65-55. The Westchester Comets claim their 16th city section championship, cementing their legacy as one of the most storied basketball programs in all of Los Angeles. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Comets had lost to Chatsworth earlier in the season, so this game was about redemption. And this team right here delivered. It was also a legacy moment. Taj, son of NBA and UCLA, go Bruins, and Westchester High legend Trevor Ariza stepped into the same spotlight that his father once did. Trevor brought home 4 city titles from 2000 to 2003, and today, his son adds a 5th to the family name and a 16th to the Westchester High trophy case. Coach DeWitt Cotton, who was once an assistant under Hall of Fame coach Ed Azam, took the helm and kept the Comet dynasty alive. His perfectly timed timeout in the third quarter, when the score was tied at 28-28, turned the tide. He demanded teamwork, so his players responded with an 11-1 run and never looked back. This latest group of legends should be honored not just for their achievements on the court, but as the young men who will be future leaders in our communities. But let's be clear, championships aren't just won on the court. They're fueled by the spirit of the entire school. And that brings me to another unstoppable force, the Westchester Comets cheerleading squad. Their energy, resilience, and leadership help carry this team and school through every game, every challenge, and every celebration. Thank you for all that you do. You represent the very best of Comet Pride. And today we celebrate all of you, the players, the coaches, the cheerleaders, the families, and the entire Westchester school community. And now it is my honor to hand it over to another legend of Westchester High, our proud colleague and friend, Heather Hunt.
Thank you. Oh, Lord. First, I'd like to thank Councilmember Park. That's hilarious. For bringing us together to welcome and celebrate Westchester Comets today. This school's truly bred champions for decades, and as alumni and a former statistician for the basketball team, so I was, I feel immense sense of pride that we come together today to recognize your 16th basketball championship title. Right now, I would also like to acknowledge some of my classmates from the basketball team that are sitting in the back. Will you guys stand up for a second and wave at the current champions? Because they came to celebrate you as well. Going to Westchester played an instrumental role in my life. It's where I met some of my best friends, and it's also where I learned the profound power of collaboration, both on the court and in the classroom. Westchester wasn't just a school, it was a community that pushed us to excel in some kind of tough times. It taught us how to support each other, and it truly shaped the person I am today. And of course, we can't talk about Westchester basketball without acknowledging a true legend, Coach DeWitt. Give it up for Coach DeWitt. He's been a guiding force for generations of players, shaping them both in the game and in life. I remember him stepping onto the coaching staff in the early 90s, and it's incredible to witness how his legacy continues to shape not just winning teams, but also remarkable young men and women. So to the current Westchester Comets, look around you, look at your teammates, look at your coaches, look at your families and the entire community. The victory of your 16th title is a pure example of dedication, teamwork, and your relentless pursuit of excellence. You've honored the rich legacy of this school, and you've undoubtedly set a new standard for future generations. Be proud of the hours of practice, the sacrifices you made, and the moments that you pushed past your thoughts and made it past your limits. This school, through its challenges and triumphs, have instilled in you resilience and discipline that you will serve well in the rest of your life. You make us incredibly proud, and congratulations again to Westchester Comets, to our cheerleaders, our coaches, and our teams. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman. I would now like to bring up Patrick Ramos to share a few words. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm a senior at Westchester. First off, I want to say that I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be here, and for my teammates. It's been a crazy season. Like, it's crazy how we did this. We full up and downs, injuries, losses that we should have won, and we overcame that, and we came together and we got it done. Being a part of this program at Westchester taught me life lessons from Coach DeWitt and all the coaching staff. They brought me in, and it's really a brotherhood here, and I'm forever grateful for this experience. And to my teammates, thank you. This ring, it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to all of us. And man, past 4 years, leadership from Coach DeWitt and all my coaching staff, I appreciate y'all. Y'all really built the man I am today, and I'm forever grateful for everything y'all done for me. Go Westchester.
Well done, Patrick. Next, I'd like to bring up Caden Grady Asher to offer a few remarks. Caden, come on up.
How you guys doing? My name is Caden Grady Asher, a junior at Westchester High School. I just want to say how honored I am to be up here representing Westchester as a LA City championship. I came to Westchester during my sophomore year, and this is now my second year attending Westchester. From the moment I stepped foot on campus, you know, Westchester basketball greeted me with open arms, you know, just like a family. Not knowing what to expect coming on the campus and coming to the team, it's a lot new to me. And this past season has been one of the most meaningful experiences to me. And not only have I grown as a player, but I've grown as a person under Coach DeWitt Cotton. And his leadership alongside the entire coaching staff, you know, has taught me a lot. They pushed us every day in practice to get better. And, you know, we were a new group coming in. We had our share of growing pains during the season, but we bought into what our coaches were preaching to us every day in practice, and we trusted each other. Now, as we stand here as 2025 LA City champs, I just want to thank my teammates for being here every day with me during this journey, and I'm even more excited to see what's next in the future. and I'm ready to run it back next year for the 2025-26 season.
All right, thank you. I think we might have another Westchester High alum. Is Kumania alum
Yes,
too?
he is.
Let's give a
Kumani
shout
back.
out to Kumani, another Westchester
Where
High
is he?
alum in here, hiding over there in the corner. All right, and finally, the man who makes the magic happen, the coach who led them on to victory. Coach Cotton, come on up.
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Cotton. I've been a part of Westchester basketball for 36 years. I was an assistant for 32 years. Took over the program 4 years ago, and trying to keep it at the level it was before Coach Zam left. We had a lot of great times together. Won a lot of games, won a lot of championships. So for this year's group, my thing was I wanted to win a championship for them.
Good job.
You know, my whole staff, they never won a championship. And most of the kids on the team had never won a championship. So that was my goal. So we worked really hard. We had a tough part of the season. We started 2-5. No one thought we would be able to do it, but I stayed on the kids and kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Things turned around. They started to build confidence, and we just kind of took off. Won, 15 or 16 out of our last 17 games. Won the Open Division title. And for me, like I told them, I won a lot. I want to see them be happy. So that was my thing, was to make sure that these kids have a chance to win and know how it feels to win. Because like I told them, I've been there, I understand it. So when we won the title, they was like, Coach, you're not happy. I said, I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys. You know, I don't think any of these cheerleaders ever been a part of winning a championship. So it was great for the school, great for the kids, and for my guys coming back, I think we have a chance to win it again. So thank you guys. I'd like to thank Ms. Millay, our AP of athletics who have went through miracles for me this year. I mean, we had some trips that we didn't think was gonna fall through, and she worked to make sure those things happen for us. So I'm proud of her. And Miss Alexander, who's probably one of our biggest fans, who's been around the program 25, 30 years. My assistant coach, Damon, who played for us, but never had a chance to win a title, so this was his first title. I have 3 seniors that's been with me for 4 years. I have Gary, who just came this year. Caden, 2 years. Nas, 1. Malachi, this will be his 4th year. JB, who we just got last year, and Pat. So I'm proud of these guys. You know, people don't understand the things that we go through with these kids. You know, all the ups and downs, the pushing, and just trying to get the best out of them. Because for me, I'm like a parent when they're with me. So, and even the girls, they make me mad sometimes. Every day. Some of them I didn't like when they was ninth graders.
Oh, wow.
But, hey, they figured me out and I figured them out. So, hey, we the best of friends now. So, and even like some of my kids, we've struggled with, with discipline and, doing the things that they need to do to get better. But they figure it out. And at the end of the day, we laugh about it, we have fun about it, and go on to the next day. But I'd like to thank you guys for having us in. Ms. Huff, I appreciate everything. Your office, they've been good to us. And
Ms. Park.
And Ms. Park, yeah, I've been communicating with somebody. My man over here. We've been communicating, trying to get this stuff together. We've had several dates that we had to cancel because I had my kids traveling, playing travel ball. So this was the week that I can get them together. So I appreciate you guys, everything you guys have done. And I know they do. They probably ready to go eat now, so. But thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Wow.
Councilmember Park, we have some members on the queue, if we're ready for that.
Okay, you want to do that now? Or?
Oh, it's up to you.
Okay.
And I forgot to thank our principal, Ms. Grenner. She's been good to me too.
And Coach, you even got me choked up. Your pride in these young people is palpable, and you deserve to be proud. You coach champions. So I have the privilege of joining with Councilwoman Hutt on behalf of a very, very proud city of Los Angeles. We wanted to congratulate you on this historic, incredible win. Congratulations.
All right, we'll hear from some members. Start with Council President Harris Dawson, followed by Mr. Price.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, and thank you so much, Councilwoman Park, for bringing this presentation, the Councilwoman of Westchester High School, which is a very, very coveted position to have. So thank you so much, and thank you to Councilwoman Hutt as well for bringing your alma mater to us today. This feels special for me, and I low-key feel like I should be up there a little bit because Westchester is actually the most popular high school in the 8th District. We have 2 high schools, but more people go to Westchester than those schools, and so we feel like you all belong to us and you belong to the city of Los Angeles. The legacy that you all live in and putting on that Comet cheerleading uniform or basketball jersey or track tank top is a really, really big deal. It means a lot to all of us, and you are a part of what makes Los Angeles, Los Angeles. It's so great to see all of you all here today and feel your energy. I was just last week, my wife and I were watching on Netflix a show called Forever, which is about high school kids in South LA, produced by a Westchester Comet graduate, Regina King. And so the gift, it just keeps on giving and keeps on giving and keeps on giving. So I'm happy to be here to see you at your start. This championship is not the end. It is the start of what you can be and will be for all of us here in the city of Los Angeles and for your family and community. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Mr. Price, followed by Councilwoman Padilla.
Thank you, Councilmembers Hutt and Park. We really do appreciate your bringing these student athletes, I'm going to call you all student athletes, to council today. And so we're so proud of your achievements on and off the court or the field or wherever you are. But I want to just give a shout out to the coach, to the coaching staff, and to the parents who are supportive, who are here, right, who provide the backbone, who provide the support, who hear and who feel the blood, sweat, and tears, but who are always there. And so we just appreciate the unique role that our parents and guardians and coaches and teachers are playing in this process. And so congratulations to you all. You're champions. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Councilwoman Padilla, followed by McCosker.
Well, honestly, thank you to my two council colleagues for this presentation and everybody who brought young people to Chambers today. I'm sure you guys all heard my message when I talked to the Decathlon and to the soccer team about how you are leaders, you are the future, as cliche as it is. So congratulations. I hope you own this championship with a lot of honor. And, you know, I didn't mention this in the soccer team, but also a big thank you to the teachers. I know and the coaches. It's quite a lifestyle to be part of athletics in the school system. You really are the folks that when we graduate, we remember the most. You have the most impact on our lives. So again, congratulations to the students. And just for the record, Council President, when a cheerleader's top shirt is actually called a shell, right? There are shells. So, you know, I check every year to see if my shell from the past still fits. Don't always have the best of luck, but cherish these memories. They will stay with you forever. And stay in contact. Welcome to your city hall. I hope you guys dream big with higher education and continue to improve yourselves. And just know that you have a city council that really has your back. Okay, so dream big. And now I'm excited for my high school presentation next week. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember McCosker.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Your high school presentation, bring your shell, will you? Thank you so much for this presentation. Congratulations. It's so great to see these young men and young women here. I also want to jump in on this and say one of my staff members is a Comet, Nicholas Chavez. And some of you administrators remember him. Congratulations to y'all. But I want to see an alumni game. I think those guys back there could take you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. Back to you, Councilmember Park, to close.
Thank you. Thank you. That concludes the presentation. Congratulations, Westchester High.
Okay, that concludes our presentations. What's next?
Mr. President, would council like to reconsider item 13 since there are 14 members now, sir?
Okay, without objection. Let's reconsider 13. 13 is before us. Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, the measure is approved.
And now, Mr. President, the vote on item 13 itself.
Say that again.
Now that item 13 is reconsidered,
Okay.
since this is an ordinance, it just needs to be voted on,
Okay.
council.
Let's seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll on item 13. Close the roll. Tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay.
And before public comment, item 5, the committee report has been submitted and circulated, and 5 was called special by Councilmember McCosker.
Okay. 5 is before us. Mr. McCosker, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will be brief. The report was just circulated. We had a personnel committee meeting this morning on item 5, and we moved it forward. This, members, as you know, is one of the many implementations of our budget, and this is the layoff avoidance plan, or more popularly called the transfer portal. And we are beginning the process in our personnel committee of meeting with personnel and affected departments and coming up with the lists of available opportunities for transfer. Also, unfortunately, the list of potential layoffs. And we'll be meeting weekly with personnel and the affected departments to come up with ways where we can continue to preserve the services that need to be preserved or can be preserved, and also preserve the jobs of our valuable workforce. Thank you very much for your aye vote on this as we move forward, and we will be reporting on a regular basis as to the progress of this implementation of the budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, this measure is approved. What's next?
Next would be public comment, sir.
Okay, could you read the instructions for public comment, please?
To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda today are items 16 through 29. Again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda today are items 16 through 29. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. I have a couple more announcements. If I could have the interpreters make this one aloud to the room, please. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si requiere interpretación en español, no se olviden de dar una pausa después de cada frase para permitir la interpretación.
Don't worry, we will pause the time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
Y no se preocupen, vamos a pausar su tiempo durante la interpretación, así que recibirá la misma cantidad de tiempo que los otros comentaristas.
And the final announcement is the order in which we take public comment is at random. So please wait until you hear the staff call your name before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers. So once you hear the name, and it's the name that you signed up under, you can line up in any order. Thank you.
Okay, if we could read the names.
Johnny G, Manny P, and Jess C.
Okay, when you hear your name, if you could line up on the left side of the chambers. House left, stage right, and
public comment only.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
How you doing today, Madeline? How things been? Now you're up near Bob Bloomingfield. Just want you to know, don't ever treat a veteran or a person with American Disability Act like how you did last Friday to several people. You're a piece of fucking trash. Do you understand that?
Please
how you
address the
treated
council.
people? That was wrong. And you're saying that you're exempt under the American Disability Act? What the fuck are you going to do to me? I have the time, money, and resources. So go to your deputy city attorney and start whining. Everything was done, audio and video, not only by myself, by other people. So you be the biggest cunt you can. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Bob M, Leah Yanaton, and Shaniqua Figueroa.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you, my homie attorney. My name is Shaniqua Figueroa. Start with item number 16. It's about the beautification effort cleanup in the City Council District 14. I want to thank our city attorney for this agenda item because right now we have millions struggling hotel workers. They end up living in Skid Row in Council District 14. They cannot afford to live in a mansion like you do. That's the reason why they cannot afford a toilet. They cannot afford to have a urinal. That's why they have to pee and poop on the street of District 14. That's the reason why you need to hire someone to have this beautification program on City Council District 14. But city attorney, why can't you just make sure you pay the hotel worker $200 minimum wage so that they have their own toilet, so they can have their own big mansion like you? They don't have to live on the street. Come on. Now, let's move on to our next item is about item number 17. Is about LGBT Heritage Month. City Attorney, I'm really sad that we have millions of hotel workers. They are actually LGBT, but you continue to ignore the LGBT hotel worker population. Why you continue to do that? You ignore me, and you ignore me because I'm LGBT. That's okay, but you are not allowed to discriminate LGBT hotel worker. We have so many LGBT hotel workers, they do not have access, they cannot afford to their gender changing surgery because of you continue to refuse to recognize their LGBT gender status. So I want to ask you, I am begging you, City Attorney, that you provided all of your colleagues the free gender change surgery to your LGBT co-worker. So I want to advocate the same LGBT services to every single Los Angeles hotel worker. Now let's move on to item number 20. Item number 20 is about a reward offer for the identification of the murder suspect. Now, I want to ask you, City Attorney, why there are so many hotel workers are continue to suffering from the violent crime on the street? Why can't you just provide a $200 minimum wage for hotel workers?
So, Speaker, this has nothing to do with the item, as you stated yourself. It is an offer of reward for a specific murder incident. So please stick to the agenda items, and we'll move you to general public comment.
Hotel workers continue to be the victim. What I'm trying to tell you is that you continue to offer reward offer to trying to ask everybody to catch the suspect. But if you can provide $200 minimum wage for hotel workers, every single
so I'm going to move you to general public comment. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
They will not get hurt by the crime. Now, let's move on to general public comment. I am here to continue to advocate. You do not allow me to speak on item 20, I will continue on item 20. Because if every single hotel worker, they have $200, $300 minimum wage, they can have their own bodyguard. They can have their own hotel worker LAPD. So they will be safe. They will not be attacked. They will not be discriminated. But the reason why you are paying them only $30 minimum wage, they cannot have enough protection. They are not allowed to have their own bodyguard services. That's the reason why you continue to discriminate the hotel worker. I want to make sure every single hotel worker, they can afford their own yacht. They can have their own yacht. They can allow to travel everywhere once a month, have a monthly vacation, and then they can have their mansion everywhere in the world they go to. Because hotel worker deserve the mansion, deserve the yacht, the same way like you do. Hotel worker with $100 minimum wage, let's go.
And your time has expired. Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Mark me down for general public comment as well as all agenda items 16 and on, and I'll walk you through each item.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Go for items first?
Yes, please start with the items. Go ahead.
So item number 16, we're talking about a contract regarding sanitation, and interestingly enough, why is it that the city council is so hell-bent on taking money that was originally already paying sanitation workers and trying to do it for the LAPD? What on God's green earth do LAPD officers have to do with being the new street sweepers and cleaners? Why are you putting money into an LAPD union that is already overbloated and taking it away from precious sanitation workers who are doing a legitimate service for the city and keeping it clean? Have you ever walked down some of these districts, whether it be 3, 13, 14 and on? It looks utterly disgusting because of the budget cuts. And again, I don't like LAPD for a lot of things, but why on God's green earth are you trying to make LAPD officers broom sweepers? That just doesn't make any sense. Unless, of course, you are in cahoots with the LAPPL, exactly like people, Richard Campos, who does some of the most disgusting things and hires convicted serial rapists, and yet he's a treasurer on the LAPPL. Moving on to number 22, we're talking about homelessness. What issue does the city have with homelessness, whether it be the Homelessness Committee, this city council, or otherwise? I'll tell you what it has. It doesn't disclose the method of payment for bonds. It doesn't disclose how the Inside Safe program is audited, and it makes all agenda items relating to homelessness, whether it be 22 and on, utterly moot and I would dare say fraudulent, because you're not disclosing how you're using the people's money. But we all know how you are. You're laundering it through nonprofits so that you can wash your hands clean and claim you've done the services and you have a feel-good moment. But the fact of the matter is, it's a giant Ponzi scheme. It's a giant criminal racket, and that's really what's going on with the nonprofits and the Inside Safe program inside Los Angeles. Moving on to number 23 and 24, we have issues discussing charter reform. Here is a damn good point to bring up about charter reform. How about the fact that you, this city council, and all your committees used to take virtual public comment? A good friend of mine, Audit LA, who is disabled and through something totally out of her control, cannot be here today, yet it's not because she doesn't want to be civilly involved and engaged and make public comment. It's because she's disabled, and that's not right. You already have all the infrastructure to take virtual public comment. Various other city committees already do, various other boards do, various other commissions do, and that's outright discriminatory, not only in the ADA standard, but just outright pure resentment and hatred for the constituents of which you serve. Now moving on to general public comment, I already see you, city attorney, getting geared up for it, and I'm going to keep going on that point. Why are you not taking virtual public comment? I just served the city clerk, all of you members, as well as the president, will be getting a copy of that notice to reconsider administratively before we go forward with suits to reopen virtual public comment for our city council committees and city council proper. It's a damn easy way to do it. All of the rooms you meet in currently already have all the infrastructure. You don't need to buy any licenses. You don't need to buy any microphones. You don't need to buy any videos. It's already all there. Take virtual public comment again and stop discriminating against the ADA and disabled community. Take virtual public comment again and stop discriminating against people who have disabilities. It's a very easy demand, very simple one to remedy immediately. Take virtual public comment again like you did for a very long freaking time, and just like your other boards and commissions already do. The inconsistent practice is the real legal issue at hand. That's what you're gonna be caught on in court. So again, take virtual public comment again.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you. My name is Leah Yannington, and I'm speaking on general public comment. I want to thank you, council members. Thank you so much for committing to phasing out oil drilling. Once the ordinance is rescinded, I urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation on well maintenance to protect communities like mine from toxic acid maintenance. I live less than 450 feet from an active drilling site near Pico and Fairfax. That is E&B's Packard site, which has over 50 active oil wells inside. And they have never contacted us when they do acid maintenance. This is very toxic and dangerous to our health. Also, I see when their garage doors open, there's pipes, there's vats of chemicals sitting there. They have no plans for us if there is an accident, a fire, an earthquake, or need for evacuation. And I want to be safe. I want to be alive in this lovely city and enjoy my future. Please help. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Brandy Harris, Daniel Garcia, Henry, Jima, and Rob Kwan.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning, sir, and I want to thank you, wish everybody a wonderful weekend. I'd like to speak to 16, 20, and public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you. The first item is beautification. You know, yes, in the 14th, but honestly, when I come down here and I look at the freeways as I drive down here, we've got to start doing something more for the city because we have the Olympics coming up in 4 years. I was privileged to be part of the '84. And the planning and the things that were being done way in advance by probably the greatest mayor ever, Mayor Bradley. It was just amazing how he led us in that. So I'm asking this council, along with the mayor, to let's start doing those things. Let's start preparing now. Let's not be caught with our pants down because we didn't do the things we need to do to make this great city even greater. So I hope we can do that throughout. That's the 14th and throughout the city. Item 20 is about a reward. You know, we have people that come in here and they say, oh, snitches get whatever. You know what? When you lose a family member and somebody is killed, that never goes away. And they are always, they can always be held accountable. So I would hope those that come here and don't realize that until you have to lose somebody or somebody you love does it, that it's horrible and that we got to do everything possible to solve these issues. Now let's go on to the good stuff. Fleet Week, I'm going to, the 15th,
Okay, so
this weekend.
Just to I'm going to move you to general public comment. You can talk
General
about the
public
presentations.
comment,
Go ahead. You
yes.
have 1 minute.
For those of you who have never been down to the 1-5 on Fleet Week, I've been doing it for 6 years now. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to say it once again, Mr. McCosker, the people in the 15 are some of the finest, kindest, nicest people you will ever meet. Now that's the whole weekend, but then on the 7th, Sunday in Miss Rodriguez, if you've ever been out to Brand Park, they put on an unbelievable display. And what I like about that is you see all the Latinos who have served this country, some from World War II who have, you know, they're still saluting as much as they can do. They will still do everything they can to salute this country. And though even people like Donald Trump have forgotten those people, you know, it's sad. But Monday you can go over to Mr. Blumenfield's and they have the best, one of the best parades in Mr. Blumenfield. I'll be in Henry's on table 10 and look forward to seeing you there, sir. Thank you.
Next speaker. Next speaker.
Good morning, or sorry, good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'll be speaking on item 21.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
1 minute or 3?
So it's 1 minute per item. You've requested item 21, so you have 1 minute for item 21. If there's any other items or if you'd like to speak during general, you can request that as well.
Okay, no worries. Well, I will start off and say good morning, Council President Harris Dawson and all the council members and other dignitaries present today. My name is Brandy Harris, a more than 10-year employee of the City of Los Angeles and the surviving fiance of Akeem Jamal Coburn, affectionately known as AJ, who was senselessly murdered on July 29th, 2020. Thank you. AJ was a hardworking, gentle giant. He was loved by everyone who met him. He was a hands-on father, a proud girl dad, and a dedicated LADWP employee. He loved his family deeply, and we were just months away from our wedding when his life was taken. His daughters lost their dad, his parents lost their son, and I lost my future husband, and everyone who loved them lost a good man. Instead of preparing for our wedding, we were preparing for his funeral. I came before you for 3 reasons today: to remind you of how great a man he was, and to ask that council reinstate this award, and I also want to thank you all for your support. Please help spread the word through media, social media, and billboards so this case stays in the public eye. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. McCosker, for what purpose do you rise?
Comments, but members, in case you didn't hear the first part of that, Akeem was a DWP employee, a valued employee. He was 30 years old when he was when his life was senselessly taken. Brandy is also in the city family at police, and we're very grateful for you to come here. You know, God bless the memory of Akeem, and God bless you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'm going to speak on item number 1.
So item number 1's not open, but you can speak to 1 minute of general public comment if you'd like. Go ahead.
Innocent, thank you very much. The park and recreation part of the library, some of them are not accessible in their violation of the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act. You cannot get accessible park in the city, which you will get a lawsuit if you continue on. Also, the bathroom or the park are not accessible. And I want to make my final comment. How come this is accessible? We should people are not allowed to come in anymore. This is ridiculous. I want to know my city is accessible. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.
Good
Morning,
afternoon.
bro.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Rob Kwan, I'd like to speak on 23 through 27 and general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
So items 23 and 27 are on our Charter Reform Commission, which is maybe almost here. That comes 4.5 months after the legal deadline to make these appointments, 8.5 months after the adopted schedule, and 10.5 months after the law that was signed. But we are here. It only took a wee bit of a push, but I do thank our council president for scheduling these items this week, just like I asked. In light of the timeline that we've been left with, I can't really be picky about these appointments, but I would like to note how happy I am to see Mayor Bass appoint Melinda Murray. I've seen a lot of people come and go through our ethics commission, and she is without a doubt one of the best. And beyond being really, really smart, well-prepared and attentive, understanding this city, has a really deep appreciation of the public and public comment and listening to everybody, regardless of what they think. And I think you should all, there's 7 of you I can think of right now that owe her a deep debt of gratitude for her leadership in ensuring we have an accessible matching funds program. I was sad to hear a certain council member from the 12th district dump on that program yesterday. But that same council member a week ago was talking about how happy he was to see that we have 3 Asian Americans on this council. A few weeks before that, talking about how happy he was to see that we have a majority women on our council. And keep in mind, John, before you got on this council, there were just 2. Those didn't happen by accident. That was intentional. That was by design. That was why we made those changes, to ensure that people could actually think, I don't have a bunch of wealthy people to turn to, but I got a chance, I got a message. And we've seen that come to fruition. We went from having 1 Asian American on the council to 3, 2 women to 8, 1 incumbent facing a runoff in 15 years to I can't even count. No incumbents being voted out in 17 years. A different world, and that is what is possible through even the smallest of reforms. I wonder if maybe that council member who wants to go back to the old days just misses the old days. And I wonder if that council member remembers that it's a lot easier to find wealthy people to hit up for money on the west side of the valley than it is in District 6 and 7 or down in Districts 8 and 9. I want to turn to a few weird wrinkles. Mayor Bass apparently asked all of these appointees to sign undated letters of separation. And maybe that was just a mistake because we had, some form language in there. But this council did pass an order and say that the only way you can be removed from the commission is with council approval. And I know the undated letters thing is nothing new, but with the exception of ethics in the police commission, that's not the case. The mayor can just remove whoever she wants. So this is a different beast. It is also notable that we have a deputy director appointed here.
You hold his time really quick. I'm sorry. Mr. Spindler, you know the rules. You were disruptive earlier as well. Didn't warn you then. But do not disrupt another public speaker's time at the podium. Okay? Thank you. This is your first and only formal warning. Go ahead.
I think this appointment of a deputy director, that person is super qualified and will be great. My one concern is that the ordinance y'all passed only says that the mayor and council president, with the council consent, can appoint an executive director. And we have a $1 million budget for this commission. It is super limited. And we just went through a budget conversation. Maybe this money for this staffer is coming from the mayor's office. Moot point. Great. Let's get going. But I do think we should respect this council's authority, the commission's authority, in actually allocating its budget. Lastly, let's get this thing going in full before the recess. Maybe we can get a commission meeting next week. That would be great.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
The bitch is back. So let's see, number 29. Yes, in my backyard. You already have an attorney, Blob. Very, very lovely lady representing the city already. How come you hired another lawyer? Isn't she doing a good job in front of Judge Chalifant? Or did Judge Chalifant receive some documents regarding that representation? I don't know. You'll talk about that in closed session. Now, what about this charter reform shit? You gonna do what? Robert Lewis Jr., you ain't gonna change shit. Raymondo Meza, you ain't gonna change a goddamn thing either. And then we got Christina Sanchez, you ain't gonna do shit either. How can you do it? You're gonna sign a letter of resignation undated in your packet. And all the mayor gotta do, or the acting mayor after she gets put in prison, but we'll get to that in general, is simply put a date on the undated resignation letter and go to the clerk's office and they fired without any due process. This is not a legal appointment. This is a privilege appointment. It's a pocket veto. And you want to do what? You want to, Gerardo? You want to stop that shit and make it only revocable on council approval? Let's give you Isabel Gerardo goddamn hand. Very good. I'm so impressed. Is it because you're a lawyer and you know the law's being broken? I'm really impressed by this shit. Now, let's talk about Blob Blobbenbleld and his $8,000 fence project. Where is the fence? What is the fence made of? What kind of fence? Is it a fence that discriminates against houseless neighbors like myself? Or is it a pretty fence to do that parking lot over there by the Tarzana Hospital where all the drugs are being sold? You don't want to do that, Bob. They got the tunnel over there by Burbank Boulevard next to the goddamn new Tarzana, the $74 million that they spent to put it open. There's a parking lot there. You just drive on by, you talk to Willie or you talk to Ortega, and you can get a discount today, 15% off of your next fentanyl purchase in CD3. Let's give them a hand. Only available now. Mention Bob Liebenblield or CD3 for your discount. And now,
General public comment.
how time fucking flies. Bob, my name was never called. Nobody called my name. How am I up here talking? Because the cop said, you said to have me come up here and speak. Is that true? Is that what you're doing? What about the randomizer? I thought I had to wait to get up here and speak at the randomizer. What's this bullshit, dude? Well, you can Google overt acts under federal law, and what it is that you are committing acts that aren't necessarily illegal for an illegal purpose, namely to get my ass off of this panel. But anyway, I'll have more to say later, blah, blah, and blah. As you know, I formed a war council. I'm waiting for my inward motion. I want my inward motion so I can sue your ass.
Lovely. Next speaker.
Ray Patel, general comment.
Good afternoon. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so, you know, the limited service market owners, the families have been coming here for the last 25 months since Councilman Price back in April 2023 put that motion to raise the living wages for the hotel workers. We've explained to you on and on, brought people to speak to you that, look, these family-owned hotels only sell guest rooms. That's it. There's no other revenue sources. And that your own city staff, CEO, and the CLA explained to you last week when the question was posed to them, what would happen to the limited service hotels? The response was, we don't have any other services to eliminate, to even absorb this cost that you're asking us to pass on to either the consumers, or we're going to find ourselves absorbing some of those things. So it's a quick math. It doesn't make sense. There's going to be a small window for you to still consider exempting 150 guest rooms and all the way down below. You did good with 59, but we need the 60 to 150 limited service family-owned hotels to also be exempt. So we hope you reconsider it in a small window. Thank you.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comment, please.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Mr. President and the Council, we have represented for past 25 months the best possible way we can. We do not want to abuse this microphone in any form, in any way, but we want to convey a message to you that we care for the city, we care for the employees, and we care for the business in every possible way. We have represented in every aspect of the impact is going to be happening to the industry. Please understand and please reconsider of the, as my fellow partner just mentioned, understand this impact is going to be happening to the city down the line. Thank you so much.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good afternoon. I'm here to speak on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, City Council members. I just want to start off by thanking you all and taking a step in rescinding the old oil ordinance that we had here. I live in Wilmington, California, and I'm one of those folks that desperately need you to come together and pass a new ordinance to phase out oil drilling in my neighborhood and in the city of LA. Obviously, someone else talked about asset maintenance work that's going on. We have a lot of toxic chemicals being spewed in our neighborhood with no notice. In particular, in my neighborhood, Warren EMP is operating with an expired permit, and I know my council member isn't here, but I know some of his aides are, and I know in District 15, at a point, we had a sign on Gaffey, forgetting the name of it. Point is, council members fought to get it out because of public safety issues. This is a public safety issue, and it's harming the health of our Angelinos, so we need to phase out oil drilling in the city. Thank you.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Great. Hi, my name is Emma Silber. I'm the Climate Justice Associate at Physicians for Social Responsibility, Los Angeles, and a member of the Stand LA Coalition. I want to thank the Council for your commitment to rescinding and readopting the oil phase-out ordinance and prioritizing the health and safety of frontline communities over the profits of the oil industry. However, we need to set an ambitious timeline for the phase-out that meets the urgency of the health impacts that communities have faced for decades. The phase-out period given to oil companies must be reduced to protect the health of LA's next generation and prevent oil companies from shirking their responsibilities to properly plug and clean up oil wells. Since this ordinance is officially rescinded, I also urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation on well maintenance that would regulate toxic acid maintenance operations that have increased since the ordinance was overturned. This is an urgent public health threat for frontline communities living near active oil drilling, and we need to see the city take action.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Tanya Borja, Policy Associate at Scope and member of Stand LA. Thank you to the City Council for rescinding the old oil ordinance and moving to readopt a stronger oil phase-out. I stand with frontline communities impacted by neighborhood oil drilling. The science is clear. Oil drilling causes asthma, cancer, birth complications, and serious health harms. We cannot wait another 20 years for clean air. The phase-out timeline must be shorter to protect Black and brown communities and ensure that big oil is held accountable. Now that the ordinance has been rescinded, we urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation of oil well maintenance. This is a critical step to regulate toxic acid maintenance and protect our communities. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good afternoon, general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, my name is Nancy Lamb. I'm here to speak on urging City Council to pass a new oil phase-out ordinance. Over the past couple of weeks in my neighborhood, I lived near the Murphy drill site in South Central LA. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been living under threat of possible acid maintenance to happen at our nearby drill site. These toxic chemicals are linked to carcinogens and birth defects, respiratory illness, and we just urge the council to move swiftly to readopt the oil phase-out ordinance and protect communities from the devastating impacts of this oil drilling. City leaders must continue to advance a just transition away from fossil fuels that protects the health, safety, and well-being of communities over the profits of oil companies. We cannot wait another 20 years to experience relief from oil pollution. So I urge City Council to move quickly to repass an oil ordinance. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes public comment. Public comment is now closed. What is now before us?
Mr. President, council may now vote on items 16 through 29, sir.
Okay, those items are before us. Any members wish to speak? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
13 ayes.
Those measures are approved. What's next?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Without objection, they are posted and referred.
That clears the desk, sir.
Okay, colleagues, next we will move to announcements. Colleagues, do anyone have announcements? We'll start with Ms. Rodriguez. Folks, this meeting is not over. If I could ask people to please keep their voice. Shh. We still have announcements and adjourning motions. Ms. Rodriguez for an announcement.
Thank you. Just wanted to remind everybody again about Fleet Week and look forward to welcoming everybody on Sunday to Brand Park in Mission Hills at 11 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. We're going to have a number of activations, but of course the Marine Corps Band, they're fantastic and invite everybody to join us.
Mr. Harris-Dawson.
I just wanted to acknowledge our new commissioners and leader of our charter reform movement while they're still in the room. So thank you all for your service and congratulations.
Congratulations to them. Next, Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much. I want to add my congratulations to our charter reform commissioners, but I have another announcement, a community announcement. Colleagues, I want to recognize an exciting event that's happening at Dodger Stadium tomorrow. Our mighty Banning High School Pilots will face off against Carson High School, the Colts, for the LA City Division I Baseball Championship game. The game starts at about 10 a.m. Doors open up at 8:30 in the morning. There's going to be a bunch of games there that day. And tickets are $15. It is $12 for students and seniors. Kids under 4 are free. Invite everybody to come on out and see these student athletes who have worked so hard to have the culmination of all of their hard work be at Dodger Stadium. One team, Banning Pilots, are going to walk away as a champion. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Padilla.
Do I have an adjourning motion?
No, announcements.
Just, okay, then never mind. I'll wait.
Okay, any other announcements, colleagues? I have an announcement. I want to make sure that I invite all of you. Now, Mr. Candido referenced this for one of our public comments, but to join me this weekend at the 33rd Annual Canoga Park Memorial Day Parade. It's taking place this Monday, May 26th, as we will pay tribute to all of the individuals and families that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. This parade is the longest running overall and the only Memorial Day parade in the city of Los Angeles. And while it occurs in the West Valley, all are welcome throughout the city to come and enjoy this parade and pay tribute to those that we lost. I hope to see you there at 10 a.m. The parade route starts on Sherman Way from Owensmouth to Cozy Croft. And Clerk, we have an announcement as well?
Yes, Mr. President. There is a request to send all items for today's meeting forthwith, sir.
Okay, without objection, so ordered. Colleagues, now if I could ask everybody in the chambers to rise for adjourning motions. And we will start with Councilmember Lee. No? Okay, we will start with Oh, you are, okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Joining me today is the entire Council District 12 staff. If you've seen me and wondering why I'm wearing this t-shirt, it's in remembrance of someone on our staff who unfortunately passed away this last week. And so we're celebrating his life by celebrating what he loved most, and that was music. Colin Blair Cruz was born on February 6, 1974 in Fort Myers, Florida. He attended Bank Street School for Children on the Upper West Side of Manhattan and the Oak Hill School in Sepulveda, California. He graduated from the University of Montevallo in Alabama with a degree in political science. For 15 years, Colin worked at Ozworks, Incorporated alongside his brother Christopher, and in 2012, Colin moved back to the city of Los Angeles with his beloved sheepdog, Stella Blue, and began a new career with the city of Los Angeles. Colin joined the Council District team in 2013, and throughout his city career, worked on numerous issues that affected the quality of life for our residents and community. His work was centered around many of the core services that residents care about, most public work issues such as street resurfacing and sidewalk repair. And in the more recent years, homelessness services. In this latter role, he helped to mobilize efforts to bring housing to the district. He developed strong working relationships with service providers and partners, spearheading the creation of our district-specific outreach team. When housing became available, he worked tirelessly to get people into housing and permanently off the streets. Colin's time with CD12 started off a little rocky. We struggled to find the right fit for him in the office. We were close to parting ways when I heard a story from someone in the office. They had shared a story with me about someone calling the office, an elderly lady, who knew or thought she knew that an animal had crawled under her house and had died, and she had no way to address this issue. Instead of sending her through hoops, explanations, and challenges, Colin jumped into his car and went to handle the situation himself. Going into a crawl space under the resident's home to retrieve the deceased animal. While this is not listed as one of the responsibilities of a field deputy, it did show how much that he cared about public service. Once someone has shown you the great lengths they will go to take care of someone, you know that this is a person that you want on your team. It was at that moment CD12's rapid response team was created. He became a one-man emergency response team that handled issues that might normally fall through the cracks. That team continues today with 4 people and has been a huge success in my district. When I was elected in 2019, Colin was named co-district director and then later district director of my office. Over his 12-year career, Colin became an expert in many areas of constituent service delivery and was an integral part of the workings of our office. Colin's personality was a unique combination of Southern charm, relatability, and dry wit, which helped the people he worked with feel at ease in difficult situations. He could be a little bit gruff, but was also kind, smart, funny, humble, and talented in so many ways. He loved history, politics, television and film, was a Trekkie, and had definite opinions on what was considered good music. Above all, Colin maintained fundamental and deep-rooted beliefs that he was not afraid to defend. These beliefs shaped the person he was. Colin passed away on May 12th, 2025, in Los Angeles, at the far too young of age of 51. He is survived by his mother, Nancy, stepmother, Louise Schaefer, and older brother, Christopher Cruz. There are so many great Colin stories, and those memories will be with us forever. He will be remembered fondly for his loyalty to the people he loved and the animals in his life, especially his English sheepdogs, Winifred and Stella Blue. He will be deeply missed by his family, friends, colleagues, and the many people in Council District 12 that he helped throughout the years. Colin, I will personally miss our long talks about the state of current affairs and hope that wherever you are, your life is a little easier than it was in your final years down here. Thank you so much for helping me create the CD12 office model. And that is, while we can't do everything, we will always do everything we can. On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, friends and family, and Council District 12, both past and present, we love you and we will miss you. Rest in peace, my friend. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. May you rest in peace. Next, we have Council President Harris Dawson for an adjourning motion.
Thank you so much, members. Today I ask that we adjourn in honor of a pillar of the Los Angeles community, one Thomas Dean Stokes, known by those close to him as Tommy. Tommy came to us from Brooklyn, New York, where he came to Southern California, attended Santa Monica College, UCLA, earned a bachelor's of science in physical education with a minor in economics. He loved his community and devoted a full life to our own City of Los Angeles Department of Recreation and Parks, where through hard work and dedication, he rose through the ranks to be the recreation director at both Oakwood in Venice and at Van Ness Park in South LA. He built a legacy of encouragement and leadership for those he mentored and changed their lives for the better. Those of you who spend time in our parks knows that the recreation director is the one that sets the culture of the park and the energy of the park and how you feel when you come to the park. And Tommy was a leader in this regard. He was proud of his role as a father figure to both his children, but to the entire community that spent time at the parks. He was a dedicated and passionate basketball referee and received the Nikkei Referee of the Year Award in 2011 for his work in the Japanese American community. There are dozens, probably hundreds of players and coaches who passed his way, who appreciated and enjoyed Tommy's commitment to basketball, but for the people who were involved in sport together. He was a infectious person. He was a person who was difficult to feel down around, particularly if you were in one of his parks. One of his most treasured roles was that as a dedicated husband to his wife Betty of nearly 50 years, or over 50 years, I should say. And Tommy was a part of the city family, but also built a city family. And so you see behind me his relatives, children, and family members, and many of them are city family members as well. If it's DWP, Rec and Parks, and other departments in the city. And so a city family member and a leader of a truly city family. He will be missed dearly and celebrated widely for his contributions to not only his family, but to our entire community. May he rest in power.
Thank you. May he rest in power. Any additional adjourning motions? Councilwoman Padilla.
Colleagues, today I ask that we adjourn in memory of the life and legacy of Alejandro Luna Jr., a cherished community leader, dedicated professional, and kind-hearted friend to many across Panorama City and beyond. Alejandro passed away on May 4th, 2025, leaving behind a legacy defined by service, generosity, and compassion. Born on June 17, 1978 in Tarretan, Michoacan, Mexico, Alejandro brought with him a spirit of humility and determination. He joined the Panorama City Chamber of Commerce in the fall of 2023 and quickly became an integral force in its leadership, rising from board member to secretary and then to executive vice president by March of this year. Alejandro's impact was felt at every level, whether it was setting up events, supporting fellow members, or offering his own resources to keep things moving. Alejandro always led with a heart. In fact, he became the Chamber's second largest investor, never once seeking recognition, only asking, how can I be of help? In addition to his work with the local chamber, he was also an active member of VICA, BizFed, and the United Chambers of Commerce, advocating for small businesses, and most importantly, advocating the voices of the Valley in such recognizable, more institutional spaces. Professionally, Alejandro was a respected expert in international trade, focusing on commerce between the US and Mexico. He was a bridge between communities and economies, often traveling and facilitating cross-border partnerships. In addition, he was also a producer of Leyendas de los Ochentas on KROJ 101.5 FM. For those of you who don't know, Leyendas de los Ochentas means that he was a proud supporter and pusher of Spanish rock music, with the purpose of recognizing artists from that era and educating new generations of when music used to be really good. He brought joy and nostalgia to the airwaves, connecting audiences with iconic voices in media and entertainment. But beyond his professional and civic accomplishments, Alejandro will be remembered most for who he was: humble, generous, and kind, the kind of person who made everyone feel like a VIP. He didn't seek the spotlight, but always made sure others were seen. He was a giver, not a taker, and a true community asset. He remained a steady supporter of our office and a proud advocate for Panorama City. His legacy is one of leadership, service, and selflessness. He often dedicated his accomplishments to his family. Alejandro was deeply devoted to his loved ones, especially his aunt, Tia Genoveva Garcia Molina, who he considered his mother, and Jose Angel Saavedra Gonzalez, who he proudly referred to as his son. He is survived by his brother Octavio and his sister Brenda, and his absence will be felt deeply, not only by his families and colleagues of the Chamber, but the entire San Fernando Valley and my clique of community leaders. May his memory be a blessing, and may we honor his legacy by continuing the work he cared so deeply about, serving others and strengthening our community. And for his family en Mexico que están viendo, les quiero decir que a todos nos dolió, que se nos fue en la forma en que se nos fue, pero es un recordatorio que todos los días tenemos que darle gracias a Dios por la vida, pero también ya que agarramos un ángel nuevo, sabemos que nos está ayudando y acompañando en todo lo que sigue. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you. Rest in peace.
Thank you. Colleagues, are there any additional adjourning motions? Seeing no other motions, let's adjourn this meeting in gratitude and memory of all those who served, gave their lives to preserve our freedoms. Let's think about that this Memorial Day. This meeting is adjourned.